anyone to come and I'ma lift them all. Never look down when there's risk involved. I got guts, got a lot, I gotta risk it all. Ain't got no feelings, we just floating. Yeah, I'm that grain of sand that made it out the ocean. A couple milli now, I'm causing a commotion. I've been coasting, hear my name all around the world like an explosion. Choppers, better cut those wrists. Cold blood in my fists, we fire starters. Let's go. One of them a million, we'll reach those heights. Always get a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never been lost. Look at my eyes, I'm on the rise.
Well, hello there, guys. It's the final day. It's the grand finals, and I'll be your host, Caster JT, and with me is Misery Doro. How are you, Misery? English is very hard for me for some reason.
Hello, I'm doing great as usual. Ready
Yeah, it's
to see who's gonna win the tournament today.
I'm hoping for it to be a very close game because after Malzi yesterday, they did a great job playing up against Team Lebanon, and the person who actually defeated Afro Malzi from the upper bracket is a Syrian Dream, and they did it in convincing 2-0. While Afro Malzi did their best, they were able to win a couple, like one game, almost took another game from Team Lebanon, but it didn't happen. But now we're in the grand finals as the top two teams of this tournament are here.
Yep. Who do you think is gonna win today? I haven't seen
It's
Syrian Dream play, so I can't really tell how good they are.
like how they play their playstyle and all that. I'll tell you this: they are quite synchronized, but the only problem here is they also do a lot of errors here and there. Like the similar situation with Afro Mausi, right? When they are
Mhm.
ahead, they tend to throw their advantage, and that's also the same thing that Syrian Dream
Yeah.
has a problem or an issue of, is that when they are ahead, or if they have the better draft, it doesn't usually work out in their favor because they usually just dive on too much where they didn't really have to. It's more on playing the farming game when you're ahead, where you're just taking all the
Yeah.
resources around the map and getting that advantage higher.
It seems to be a little bit of a, what do you say, like a common issue that the teams have
Mm-hmm.
is the ability to close out the game when they have this
Mm-hmm.
lead.
Mm-hmm.
But
And yeah,
yeah,
as you can see, like in the bracket right now, you saw like Afro Malzi and then Team Lebanon, Senior Team. They've gone through a lot of games. Like Team Lebanon, they had to go to the lower bracket just because of the DQ. But other than that, it was smooth sailing for them. Although a couple of hiccups here and there when they were up against Yolo Knight and Afro Malzi would almost give them a nail biting game. But at the end of the day, they are still the team to beat in this tournament. And maybe Sierra Dream, they might have what it takes to take them on, as this lineup from Syrian Dream, they have an amazing Phantom Assassin player. And the thing is, usually you pair up a Phantom Assassin with a Magnus, but for them, they straight up second pick Phantom Assassin with or without a Magnus. That's how confident they are.
yeah. I mean, it feels like it's a hero you definitely can pick because it's just so
Mm-hmm.
solid and it doesn't really have any direct weaknesses in terms of carry matchups. Like we saw him play against Void a lot, where he can get chronoed and
Mm-hmm.
the early MKB and stuff like that. But PA also have his insane timings with Desolator and kills Roshan fast and can just when she gets fat enough, you just can't react. You can't buy any item that except maybe for Aeon Disc that can make you survive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah,
Ghost Scepter, you
exactly.
won't get to pop it. So it definitely is one of the best carries right now.
It is, and I think they might have to respect Bennett if they're gonna play it up against Syrian Team because it's always been their go-to pick, where they would have a Phantom Assassin as their carry, and not only that, Syrian Team is a team that also plays an offlane Invoker, and normally you don't really
Okay.
see that, but somehow they make it work. I mean, offlane Invoker, how?
Yeah, I mean the only team I've seen do that is Liquid actually. They also do, but that's not necessarily like planned out. It's more one of those things
Mm-hmm.
where it they can see that it makes sense in this particular moment, and then they go
Mm-hmm.
for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to straight
Yeah.
up have offline invoker is definitely not something you see every day.
I mean, it's sometimes not really ideal to have an offlane invoker unless, it is what you said. Like Liquid decided to go for it, then you'll go for it. But for them, it's like literally that is their game plan. They would always have invoker pick, and it will always go to the offlane. Nonetheless, it's like always pick for
Hmm.
offlaning only. But so far, like even I'm surprised that his offlane invoker wins lanes all the time. Like usually invoker is not really the strongest offlaner there, and he's prone to getting killed quite a lot. He doesn't have the fastest movement speed. Like Quasvex invoker, sure, but he's easy to pick off. But for some reason he's been winning his lanes as an offlane invoker quite a lot.
Yeah, no, I mean I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't even know how it's supposed to look.
Yeah,
But I mean the
it's gonna
cool
be
thing about
interesting
invoker
if you do
is
pick.
he has
Mm-hmm.
this innate region, right? When you take points in
Mm-hmm.
Quas,
Yeah,
that against certain lanes, like if you lane it against PA, for example, you don't really care about him spamming daggers on you, right? Because you keep regioning.
yeah.
So I guess there are some scenarios where it can be really good.
Yeah, there are. I believe the way he plays his invoker offlane is that he moves around the map more. Like once he gets that key items, like once he gets his urn, like he roams around top or mid, wherever he is, like the off lane and the mid lane quite a lot. And for some reason it works out in their favor, like a roaming invoker out of the blue, but it somehow works out. It's just the beauty that Syrian Dream has. I guess it's more like a practice or a pocket strat for them, right? When you practice this strat
Mhm.
quite a lot, you get to perfect on how to move around the map and create space for one another. And with that said, we are going to check out some replays of the journey of Team Lebanon going through, everything in this tournament and see how has it been? Like how well have they been playing? How dominantly have they been playing? And how close were the final two games that they had to reach at least this grand finals? When we talk about Team Lebanon, it's just the way they play, right? The way they play is that they're very synchronized and they always know what their game plan is for their win condition, right?
Mm, yeah, I guess. I mean, they definitely have more experience, I would say. I think that's their biggest strength in
Mm-hmm.
this tournament. They have GH, right, who's played like countless of tournaments and experience.
Yeah.
So he's there to help them out when it gets tough, when it gets like when they're behind, or even he's also drafting for the team. So I would say that he's the biggest difference maker between these teams. As in terms of playstyle, I mean, I don't really know. I haven't seen enough to tell if they have like a specific playstyle. I think they just more have
Mm-hmm.
their signature heroes, and then they play those to the best ability. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. They haven't probably played enough to have like a really set amount of strategies, like a team who's been together for many years, right? Um, but yeah, I mean, I would say that the last two series they've had has been closer than I thought they would be, right?
Mm.
Like they are
Yeah.
the favorites of this event, but it felt like they were really close to losing both series,
Mm-hmm.
the last two lower bracket games.
Yeah. I think the only reason they really won those series is that because they are a more experienced team. So in terms of getting errors, it's not as much compared to how the teams here are. Because you have, like you said, you have the experience of a GH backing them up and commanding them on what to do and how to play around this type of scenarios. Compared to the other teams, they don't have that experience, and it's lacking, and you can tell it's lacking too.
Yeah,
But at least it goes to show that at the end of the day, even if they are the stronger team, we have seen games where they lost, right? So it doesn't mean that even if they're that good, you can't win a game up against them. And this is a best of five. It's gonna be a long day for both of these teams, and we'll never really know who is a clear victor here because these are the top two teams in this tournament.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we will. But for now, it's hard to say who's going to show up today. Usually in the grand finals and stuff like that, it's a lot about who shows up on the day, right?
Hmm.
Who plays better,
Yeah.
who's feeling it more. And like the first game can have a high impact on the next game and so on, like depending on who wins and the mental state of the teams. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that is true. Now, let's just talk about what do you think expected picks here? Because yesterday, surprisingly, we had a Timbersaw pick, right? And for some reason, people don't really know how to play up against a Timbersaw.
I don't know if Syrian Dream played, but I would imagine that it might get banned out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's Timber, so maybe I don't know if what's it called, Lebanon rely on Timbersaw as much as what's the name, Aframush's team. I feel like
After
Aframush's team
Mousy,
maybe
yeah.
yeah, they might have relied more on Timbersaw than Lebanon. So if, for
Mm-hmm.
example, Syrian Dream don't play at any Timbersaw, we might not end up seeing it that much, or maybe first and second phase or something like that, because they know that it's not
Mm-hmm.
gonna get taken by Syrian Dream, right?
Yeah. And I actually haven't seen Syrian play a Timber Cell yet, so I don't really think they are gonna pick that anytime soon. But other than that, Syrian Gym, the way they play their offlane is very unique. Like they don't really get those usual picks, right? The typical get a Mars or get a
Hmm.
Timber Saw, all of that. They go very unusual on their type of drafting where you can't really tell on who's going where, which will make it, I guess, a surprising factor if you're up against Team Lebanon, where you don't really show what you have, like what you really have. And it's a hard take to draft around certain heroes. You don't know where they're gonna be going at all.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. That can definitely be hard to prepare against if you don't know exactly what they're playing. It's easier to prepare against stuff like Mars and Timbersaw, and you've seen it many times before, and
Mm-hmm.
they're they're usually getting picked pretty early on. Whereas a team who plays offlane invoker and other weird stuff is it can be hard to understand it until you've played against it.
Yeah. But yeah, as seeing this replays, I believe this is up against Royal, no, not Royal, but Yolo Knights here. Uh, Nail Biter. I haven't really seen game number 3, so I didn't know how that go. Were you casting game
Yeah,
3?
yeah, it was. It was. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. What that game
I,
was.
ha- I have Liquipedia up, so it's gonna be and the
Yeah, so I'm
Enigma
gonna
pick.
look at Wikipedia here.
They had an Enigma pick here.
Right. Okay. So game three, yeah. So I mean, it was Sue Spectre, which is like a really nasty combo when late game comes
Hmm.
around, right? You just click your ults, and the supports usually die. You need
Yeah.
BKBs badly against this lineup. I think Yoro Knight was in a really good spot, but because they also do have the Viper against Spectre, which is a prime counter. They had
Yeah.
a like really nice tricore with Viper, DP, and Void. I just think they had a timing where they could play around Roshan, take Roche and take control of the map, but they did some smoke
Hmm.
and took a really bad fight, really deep on the map near tier two towers, and started,
Hmm.
taking these bad fights. And yeah, from there, Lebanon just took over. Um,
Okay.
yeah,
Because if I remember correctly, right, this Enigma pick was lackluster during the early to mid game. He wasn't really having an impact at all in the game, and I
yeah.
didn't think it would actually last 54 minutes. I didn't know it that lasted that long. I thought,
I mean,
once Enigma was a non-factor, it
no,
would have been over from there. But
Enigma didn't really do much in the game. He didn't have to, honestly. He could just be, the threat of black hole, or
Mhm,
whatever. Like, just do as much as he can. Like, they could have won with a very low impact Enigma, to be honest.
mhm,
It was more on the like, DP had a really good game, Viper had a good game, and so did Void, right? So it was more on the decisions of the team, like where they went on the
mhm.
map and what kind of actions they took.
Oh, um, with that said, Syrian Dream, as you can see in our screens right now, with their highlights, this was yesterday. They were playing up against Afro Mousy. It was the same situation where we have the Faces Void up against the Phantom Assassin. This is also the offlane Invoker highlight, which somehow
Uh,
he just buffed up the PA. He had the Solar Crest, he had the Alacrity. Just full on buffing up that PA to be the beast, and they didn't really have an answer up against this type of combo that he had. Well, with that said, Syrian Dream has never lost a game yet in this tournament. Not even one game yet.
okay, yeah, that's pretty cool.
I mean, undefeated is pretty nice to hear, but they're up against Team Lebanon, so we'll see how long can they be undefeated until now. But hopefully, we do see their performance getting better and better because it has led up into the grand finals, and so far, it's been looking really good.
Yeah. Um, let's get this thing started, so we can watch the games.
Yeah, it's just quite a long wait here and there, but other than that, and do you think there's gonna be any surprises happening today? Will we see like something unusual per se?
I mean, the way you described Syrian Dream, maybe depending on
Oh.
like if you think offlane invoker is something new. To me, it is a bit new. So
Hmm.
I don't know if we're gonna see something completely revolutionary, but we might see GH play some hero that he hasn't played yet, or
I mean,
something that's a bit unusual because it is 5 games, right? You have a bit of room
yeah,
to try out um,
yeah.
whatever you feel.
Yeah, and you
Could
could tell
work.
there from that screen, the most picks for a Syrian team had the Invoker. It's one of their favorite picks, and I don't know. Maybe if you're playing up against Team Lebanon, it wouldn't work out. But if you really have mastered the offlane Invoker, then we'll see something different here. But yeah, with that said, we are gonna get into the draft as soon as both of the teams are now ready. Probably a minute or more. But other than that, what do you think is the biggest weakness of Team Lebanon that they can take advantage of? Because we've talked about how great Team Lebanon is, but what weakness do you think they've had from your side? Because you've casted both of their games where they could have almost lost, right? So, what do you think so far from those two best of three series that you notice that people can take advantage of?
I mean, I think their safe lane has like made some really bad mistakes. It was mostly the
Mm-hmm.
Ench, right? We saw, and I saw it twice, and it's just yeah. I think their safe lane is kind of weak. We saw it yesterday when they played Undying and Void against Mars, right? Where Mars was actually doing really well,
Yeah,
even
he
up
did
against two
amazing.
heroes in a
Mm-hmm.
lane where he's not supposed to really get anything. So I think that's a spot where they're maybe a bit weak.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, I don't know if there's anything specific that I see. Maybe their drafts sometimes are a bit like they make it work, right? But
Yeah.
maybe not the most ideal always.
Yeah, I guess it goes to show
Let's
like
just
there are
see.
a couple of games where they got outdrafted, and when you get outdrafted, like that Slark they had against Yolo Knight, right? It didn't really go to their favor because they were outdrafted, so they couldn't really play up against the lineup that Yolo Knight have. And then the one from yesterday, when the Timbersaw pick, it just created so much space for the side of for Mousy, their team. I guess this goes to show. Yes, their safe lane is a bit weaker, but they can take advantage from that because once you take advantage of the safe lane, you create more space around the map. So Amar, he did tremendously well, right? He got that Mars pick, and somehow he's able to even solo kill CBS quite a lot of times too. So if they are able to play around that type where you're able to win your off lane, your hard lane, then definitely they can just steamroll them and continue on with their advantage as long as they don't throw it. As long as they just chill people and then get that farm, move around the map, take all the resources from Team Lebanon, and then once you get your item timings up and running again, that's when you go for the closing.
Yeah. So
As
it looks like it's Sven Ban, Lina
mhm.
Ban, Timbersaw, and Wisp. So there's Mag,
I guess
right?
Mag is open, but I don't think Team
Void
Lebanon
Spirit.
cares about the Magnus. They will go for the Void Spirit. One of their favorite picks too. Noob plays Void Spirit mid quite a lot. I believe Radix also plays Void Spirit off lane, but I've mostly seen Noob pick it up as a mid laner instead.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it is probably his best hero, so it makes sense to pick it up. All
I
right.
told you they love their PA. This is nothing new. They've done this already before, and they're doing it again. Pick what you're most comfortable with, and Tyr and Jeem, they love PA. They're gonna pick it first phase.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see a problem with it, honestly. It's fine.
I mean,
Just pick it.
overall it's a good hero anyway.
So, do you think they're gonna pick Invoker now, or do you think they're gonna pick Magnus? I don't think maybe Magnus is the best here. Maybe they could pick the
Mm,
Invoker just like that for the alacrity on
well,
PA.
they are gonna go for the Omni. Omni
Omnis.
PA is good still, right? Because you do have the Heavenly
Yeah,
Grace, which works out if you're up against like a Void Spirit or the Phoenix, right? It just helps with the dispel of their skills. So I do like the Omni pick. Laning wise, he has one of the best position fives currently. Other than the remaining, like the ogre. I like ogre, but other than the Magnus and all that, Omni does provide quite a lot, especially with the Guardian Angel. So in terms of saves, he has the saves.
yeah.
Looks like just comfort picks are being banned here. Faces Void. One of the most of the matchups here, right? The PA faces Void is usually what happens, and the Invoker from Team Lebanon, they've done their homework. They're not gonna let them pick an Invoker off lane at all.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense. They've looked over the Syrian Dream games, right? Just to see,
hmm
what are they actually playing.
I mean, I would
They're
love to
very
see
familiar with the
Invoker
Invoker.
just so you can see how the Invoker is actually played. Because it's very unusual, right? Invoker off lane. I mean, how do you even play him in lane? But you're not gonna be able to see it in this game. Maybe in the next game it will be available. Was it even gonna be a worth pick over the Omni Knight? I don't think so. Like Omni still does help out more compared to the Invoker often, I would say. But I guess it's just not really what they're after. I guess they thought they would open the Invoker.
I mean, maybe later on they'll realize, okay, if we don't take Invoker first too, then they're gonna ban it, right? So we might need to pick it
Mm-hmm.
early on. But for now, I mean, Omni PA is gonna be solid for them. There's still Magnus too in the pool for the PA, but I imagine since they took Omni, it's not gonna be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I could see them picking up like they kind of need a way to kill the egg, right? They have, PA with Heavenly Grace is like decent, but it's nice to have a ranged hero as well that can potentially kill it.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Snapfire here, like maybe like a Snap mid. Like we saw that yesterday from the side of Team Lebanon, and it worked out really well. They do ban the Undying, which is a good ban, honestly. Undying is a very strong position 5, especially if you don't have people to hit the tombstone, right? So it works out in their favor.
Yeah, I think Syrian Dreams bans are good, right? Considering what we've seen from
Mm-hmm.
Lebanon so far, like this has
Mm-hmm.
been probably their most successful heroes, Undying, Mars, and Void.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Along with
usually
the
when they
Wisp
have.
and Temple Soul. First phase.
Mhm, yeah. I mean, other than that, I believe I've only seen CBS play just a couple of heroes. Like I've only seen him play, Faces Void, the Joe Ranger,
Yeah.
and I believe a anti mage, but I only saw him play anti mage once. But other than that, he loves the Faces Void and Drow. Like those are the two top picks for him.
Yeah, so I think statistically right now, Syrian Dream should probably expect Puck. I mean, should probably expect Drow for
Mm-hmm.
Lebanon right now. It's at least something that they've done before, and it looks pretty good here. And a Puck for
I
Syrian
mean,
Dream. Do you think this is offlane or it's like a mid to counter the Void Spirit? Perhaps we've
uh,
seen that a lot.
like I said, it's actually pretty difficult to predict because they've also done offlane puck, and
Hmm.
since they are in the last pick, they're not really in a hurry to decide which lane he should go to. There's still an ample amount of time for them to decide on where they want it to be because they've also played puck mid, but more of an offlane role though.
I think in general it's just a nice hero against Void Spirit, right? Because you have this very easy way of catching him.
Yeah, just having that extra way
Just
of hold, make
just
sure he can't run
coiling
away
him.
to simulate. Uh-huh. It works really out well. Although Oracle is a nice pick for Team Lebanon, right? You do have the saves coming from him as long as he's able to position himself well. Plus, in the laning phase, he does do a lot of nuke damage. But if I remember correctly, Heavenly Grace is not dispellable at all. You can't dispel that.
No, you can't. You can just build the ultimate,
You can, yeah,
the
you can
GA.
dispel the ultimate, but you cannot dispel Heavenly Grace, which is a very strong skill of Omni Knight. Now that Syrian Dream is now deciding what else do they need, they're still missing people that can actually hit the egg. PA like puck,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. I mean, it feels nice, but I think I need another one to at least confirm that egg to be killed.
So either you can kind of pick heroes that can kill the egg. Like right now they have Heavenly Grace, right? PA
Mm-hmm.
has, pretty fast attack speed, so she can do it. Of course, when Phoenix is like level 18,
Mm-hmm.
like way late game, it's gonna be very hard, regardless almost of what heroes you have. Except for like a few ones like Snapfire, Alina, or whatever. But I think you can also just choose to pick heroes that are not gonna bother, right? So you just like Puck is not gonna bother about the X. She's just gonna phase shift the damage. PA might just blink out, so they don't necessarily have to worry about dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, here's a Spectre pick, and
Tiny pick.
yeah,
So, do you think this might be a tiny mid then? I mean, it's a very flex pick when you think about it, right? Very flex because tiny. I mean, not the best offlaner, but if we have seen him play offlane, position 4 mostly or mid lane is what I'm thinking for the tiny. I mean,
yeah,
tiny mid he wouldn't be bad, right? As long as he gets his blink dagger timing, people like Phoenix and Oracle are easy to just combo down.
yeah. I mean, I haven't seen them play, but it could be either right now. Like they could do 4 tiny with Puck 3. Last pick a mid. They could also do Puck mid and 4 tiny. Last pick the
Mm-hmm.
offlaner. Like you said, they could do tiny mid and Puck 3, and then last pick another 4. I feel like they might need one more core hero. I don't necessarily like tiny Puck PA tricore
Mm-hmm.
that much. I think it's better to do like tiny 4 potentially here and do pick another hero that deals some damage, because Puck doesn't really deal
Mm-hmm.
damage. Tiny deals
Yeah.
like the combo damage, and PA needs the time, right, to actually deal
Mm-hmm.
damage. So I think, yeah, I would personally think that it's a 4 tiny, but we'll see what they
Mm-hmm.
do.
Yeah, it's gonna be unusual to see what the plan is. They are gonna ban the Viper. Viper has been been out for so long. Usually it gets banned immediately, but they're gonna save it for the last ban. As I guess on the side of Team Lebanon, do you think this is gonna be a Void Spirit offlane, or just gonna straight up just make Noob play the Void Spirit mid? Because if it's gonna be a puck mid, the matchup is okay. It's
I
a
could see
50-50
them.
for both.
I don't know what Radix likes to play too much. Most of his heroes that he plays normally are banned, like the Mars and the Timber, but I think
Mm-hmm.
something like an Axe could be pretty good. I think something that can protect the egg and just lane with the Phoenix. And then you can do the Void Spirit mid. Because I don't think you need anything special this game to win. I think you just need your Phoenix to get high level and you need Spectre to get items, right? And you should be pretty
Yeah.
fine. Um, mm,
That is true. Like a way to protect the egg, because their only way to protect the egg is, I guess, Ether Remnant, and other than that, there's
yeah,
nothing much. Other than I guess the Oracle if he uses Fate Edict, but yeah, I mean, there's really nothing protecting your egg here. Sand King, like I guess
mm,
that's one, but I feel like Axe does produce more with that call with
I
the
think
call.
Sanking is, it's okay, but it's the Sanking stun is just so weak against Heavenly Grace. It feels like, and
Mm-hmm.
you get coiled. You can't use your stun out.
Mm-hmm.
It's also it could work, I guess.
Okay, I have to check the hero tab here and who's remaining left because there's a lot of bands here and there.
You could do
Uh,
Beastmaster or
yeah,
Centaur
Beastmaster is a
or
good option. Beastmaster, Centaur. Who else is here?
Slada is actually still in the pool.
Yeah, he usually gets picked too. Team Lebanon's time is going down really quick here. Just 10 more seconds before GH has the final say on what will the pick be, and it looks like it's gonna be a DK. DK.
I guess
Huh.
it's like also a little bit of a flex, right? They can still put the DK mid, they can put Void Spirit
Mm-hmm.
mid, and then it gives them one more stun, and it's like, yeah, gives them a bit of push.
they at least they have someone who be in front, right? Because that's what they're lacking. Like, you don't really have anyone who can go straight up, in your face type of thing. You wouldn't really want Void Spirit to go front, especially when there's a puck. So someone like DK, who's a natural in tanking, will make at least initiating wise be okay from his department. Although with that said, Syrian Dream, quite a lot of flex picks, but like you said, Tiny seems like to be better as a position for as the final pick would be a Morphling. Huh.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's like going to be a morph mid, which I think is pretty good. It's really good against both DK and Void Spirit, right? In the lane.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
Yep.
then
And
you
it's
have
gonna
that
be
extra,
a Morph mid.
you have that real core hero now as well,
Mm-hmm.
not just a solo carry PA.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it. It's a very Morphling is a very flexible hero, right? In the sense that he deals both
Mm-hmm.
magical and physical damage. He's like a strong laner. He's tanky. He's like he can turn into Spectre. He can turn into any hero really. Omni Knight, right? So they can
Mm-hmm.
potentially have two Omni Knights. Um,
Too heavily
so
Grace.
yeah,
Ah.
yeah, I think it's strong for sure.
It's an amazing pick for them. Very well played up against Void Spirit and DK, like you said. Overall, I do like the draft of Syrian Dream, and like you said, they needed someone to be able to destroy the egg, and Morphling, he's one of the guys who can destroy the egg quickly.
Yeah.
So with that said, we are gonna be jumping into the game after a short ad from the sponsors, as we will be jumping into it right now. We'll see you guys in the game as Elyas and Misery will be casting that one.
Prepare for battle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 404 Esports D2MT Tournament Finals. We've got Syrian Dream versus Team Lebanon, and I am your host, Artcaster, for today, Elyas, and joining me is Misery. Hello, Misery. How you doing?
Hello, hello, hello. I'm doing fine, thanks.
And I apologize if you've answered this during the analytical part, but which draft do you prefer?
I think it's pretty even, although I think the last pick Morphling was pretty good. I haven't seen Syrian Dream play, so I don't really know what to expect from them, how good they
Mhm.
are and stuff like that. But in a game like this where you have such a nice Morphling, it's such a nice game for Morphling. This hero can really take off and take over the game. So
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, I like when Morphling is played from mid lane, it can be really scary, right? Because he gets so much levels, and he's like
Mhm.
really hard to kill. So we'll see how it goes.
And we've seen this PA Omni Knight duo in the easy lane before, in this tournament at least, and it has never gone well in the early stages for whatever team that picks this up.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we see Team Lebanon smoking up top. Now, we've seen this before from teams. They like doing this. Let's see if Syrian Dream are able to position themselves well in a way where they're able to see or pop the smoke cup and not end up falling puck. Yep.
Oh, nice orb.
Well played from Puck there. So, what do you think bottom lane? What's the story behind bottom? You think PA and Omni Knight are going to have a fun time against Void Spirit Phoenix, perhaps?
I think they'll be fine. Yeah, I think they shouldn't lose the lane too much. Obviously, Void Spirit Phoenix are gonna have their fair share of CS and experience and whatnot, but I think they should be able to do fine.
And
It's kind of hard to shut down this type of lane because Omni will just heal the PA. PA will just throw daggers, and you know they'll threaten to pull all the time with Omni. So the tower will, I mean the lane will always be in the PA's, you know, close to the PA.
right, so both teams do secure 2 bounty runes each.
Yeah.
Top lane, we've got Tony and Puck versus the Spectre and the Oracle. Is this a good lane for a Spectre here? Not much to shut him down.
Yeah, I would think Spectre's gonna have free farm in this lane. Puck might be a bit annoying, but I don't think it should be. It should be more annoying for Oracle. I think Spectre should be completely fine. I think the most annoying lane in this game for anybody is gonna be the mid lane for DK. I think at some point the Morphling will have too much damage, and will just deny every creep.
At what level do you think that will happen?
Usually that happens around level 3, you know, depending, maybe first at level 5, but at level 5 it's like impossible, should be.
So you think as soon as DK hits 6, he starts rotating, and top lane, Puck, not gonna commit on the illusory orb, Oracle should be safe.
We
So
can
yeah,
see
by
that.
level 6, you think DK starts rotating, pressuring towers and such?
The thing about rotating away from Morphling is that he can also take your tower. So it's kind of, I mean, we might see Phoenix take mid, and then the DK goes bottom, for example, and starts taking the bot tower. I think that could be a play that could be really good for them this game. He might also just keep staying mid and like, because Morphling doesn't necessarily have kill potential on DK either, so he could just pop DK form and like hit the Morphling and hit the tower and try to be annoying.
Bottom lane, Omni Knight taking a lot of harass from the Phoenix, and tanking and Remnant by the Void. But so far, looks like neither team have managed to get a kill.
Yeah.
Top lane, it might be dangerous for the Oracle with a toss back stun onto the Puck. You've got silence and illusory, so lots of kill potential there. While bottom lane, GH, not in trouble. He does have dive. It's going to take a little bit of right clicks from the Omni's hammer. Should be fine nevertheless. What is the game plan for Team Lebanon? You think as soon as DK hits 6, they force bottom perhaps?
It's hard to say. I think their heroes are pretty slow this game. The Void Spirit is like the most aggressive hero that they have, and he's played in the offlane, so he will be maybe not super high on levels. So it's kind of slow game plan for them. But yeah, I mean, it might come down to where the DK chooses to go. He might choose to stay mid. He's actually doing really well up against Morphling so far. Yeah, I mean, he might choose to go bot. As of right now, he's doing really well, so he could just stay mid, honestly, and keep farming.
Well, it's looking static now. Bottom lane, the Phoenix is dishing a lot of damage, and Void Spirit, his Remnant does not connect. That could have been a kill on the Omni Knight. Well, actually, no, he's not gonna burn. He should be fine. But that's an early earn pickup on the Void, as the PA will be taking a salve from the Omni Knight. And 4-minute runes. Morphling finds a really nice regen.
Yeah.
Ooh, top lane, Spectre extremely low. Missed what happened there, but
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
Spectre was running right click away from dying.
But as of right now, it looks like Lebanon are winning all 3 lanes to some extent. It's kind of close, but if it continues like this, it's gonna be kind of a problem for them. I guess the DK is doing better than I thought it would.
Well, let's see what happens now since Morphling does hit level 5. As the Bounty Rune spawn and Omni Knight's not going to be able to secure bottom rune. As the Void Spread Remnants secures that one. He is trying to sneak this one though, and he will get it. But Remnant's coming off cooldown in a little bit, and it is off now. Won't be able to dodge it, and this might very well be first blood here.
Yeah, looks like it.
Radiant's courier has been
So,
killed.
there goes first blood, going to the Void Spirit, and mid lane, as soon as DK hits level 6, pops ulti. Is he right-clicking the tower? He is. Ooh.
CBS goes down top lane.
Radiant structures are fortified.
You don't want that if you're Spectre.
Is under attack.
But yeah, this DK is like is completely free. Morphling has not been able to shut him down at all. 37 CS, and he's even pressuring the tower to a pretty big degree here. Omni Knight refills his bottle, so
Yeah, he
Arcane
does.
Rune top actually for the Morphling if he ends up going there.
That leaves the PA alone bottom. But Team Lebanon don't want to be aggressive bot. And as you said, Tiny secures Arcane for the Morph. What does DK have in his career? Completed Power Treads. Ooh, bottom lane. Phoenix does have dive. They're going to be swapping onto Void Spirit, but I don't know if they have enough damage. The tossback is there, and with the stun coming in, Void, does he fall here? PA will blink up. Right clicks are there, but the fire from the Phoenix is just too much. The Omni Knight, he will have the burst, and they're going to rotate on the Phoenix, but with the dive being there, he should manage to get away.
Yeah.
Tiny, he wants to go for it, but Phoenix is positioning really well. Does he get caught here? He toss back. Not enough range.
Barely. Gets away with it. So the Morphling actually gets the... It's kind of cool. When he switches to the DK with the Morphling form, he gets the 4 points in Dragon Blood as well. So you can use it like a regioning a bit.
Middle tower is
But yeah, the tower is almost going down here.
Yeah, look at DK.
under attack.
Yeah, he's got 4 points in Dragon Blood. He doesn't really care to the right clicks.
No, he really doesn't.
Ooh, bottom lane. So Tiny ends up falling. They trade the Void Spirit for the Tiny. And there's a
Phoenix
DD
is-
spawning bottom.
It's level
And look at
5
his
now.
mid tower.
Yeah,
Does the
it's-
Morphling get the deny? No, he doesn't. But he does get a DD rune.
Yeah, this DK is very fat now. Like almost 4,000 net worth.
Tiny
And
TP
he's-
bot.
Looks like he's
Mina
gonna
has
just
no
run bot,
mana.
or-
Tossback is available. He will get a tossback on the Oracle. PA the Sun for a little bit, and the heals coming out from the Phoenix is a lot. Omni again, no mana. But PA will be able to secure the kill. Phoenix, does he get Omni? He does. So again, they're trading one each. While top lane, Puck has just been here against the Spectre. And Spectre's having a decent time, sitting on 45 CS compared to 33 for the Puck. I believe the Puck is rotating mid.
Look at the Morphling mid. Here's DD. He's also laying it into the Dire mid tower now.
Yeah, they're taking turns each. Ooh, Tiny. The Puck is there. The Silence Dream Coil is available if he wants to commit. He doesn't. Tiny will end up falling. TPs are coming in as well. And with that, the Puck is going to disengage, but you wasted quite a few minutes just walking mid from top. Now back to top again. Mask of
think-
Mana is completed on PA.
I would rather see them try to get some pressure onto the Spectre now that the Oracle has left the lane.
Are scanning.
Oh, he is gonna coil here. Tiny coming in.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Duration and Spectral Dagger, Tiny Toss, Silence Buck. Ooh, Phoenix coming in. Does he have Sunray? He does. Heals as well. And Tiny might fall again here. He does. They force the TPs on the Void Spirit and the Phoenix. The PA though, he does come in, and the Omni. Ooh, Spectre, where did he go? Oh, now you see me,
There's
now you
nowhere
learned.
to go. Nowhere to go.
It was a decision. Do you want to give the kill to the Morphling or the PA?
So the
Turns
DK ends up, walking bottom, and he's gonna take the bot tower as well now. But Morphling has caught up in terms of net worth, and is now pretty much neck and neck with him.
Radiant's
The question, so he looks to be going Blink Deck on DK, and it's so early on that I would almost rather see him go for something more greedy, like even a Midas, or even look to buy like on DK, like Armlet, Radiance, Shadowblade. It's just like so early on that you can maybe get away with something more greedy, but at the same time, Blink is it's always going to be nice.
Puck and Tiny are hovering around the area bottom. I don't know if they have enough damage to kill this DK.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, you almost need a whole team, I think, to kill him at this point. He's so
And
tanky.
now the Phoenix and Oracle are rotating bottom. DK does have Elder Dragon form, so it looks like they want to commit to this bottom tower. Ooh, Puck used his illusion orb. He can't get away from this. Oh, he used it to
They
form.
use Glyph too. So now they can pressure the tier 2 actually.
And Phoenix TP stop to defend this top tower against Syrian Dream. Well, Tiny is hiding in the trees. They do get a TP as well. With the PA TPing in, and look at Spectre, he's just sitting farming mid quite comfortably. And top lane, Syrian Dreams are smart to disengage, get back from this tower. They saw a lot of heroes from Team Lebanon missing.
Yeah.
Oh, Morphling uses waveform, but the attribute shift is there. Level 4,
Kind of
I don't know if you
deep
can
down
kill it.
here.
Dire's middle tower
And he's gonna get coiled. Yeah. So he's gonna end up
Does he
going down here.
fall? He does.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a DPA. Spectre, well, he finished Blade Mail. Do you agree with this Blade Mail rush? Or do you think
Yeah.
he should've-
No, I think it's completely standard, and it's the best item you can buy on Spectre nowadays.
Especially against PA.
Yeah, I mean also just for farming. Like you actually farm just as fast as you would with a Midas or any other item. So it's and it has insane synergy too with dispersion, right? So
Dire's middle
it's just what you do. Top lane morph.
Ooh, Morph! They catch him off guard. So
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
now they know that DK has Blink. That was the giveaway.
Yeah, they certainly do. They should have seen it even earlier though, but I mean that's why you go blink, I suppose. If you get the kill like that, it's already kind of worth it.
And with that kill, they transition to a tower top.
Mid, they're kind of looking at killing, making a go on Void Spirits.
Puck, he does have Dream Coil. Tiny and Omni are smoked up. Does he see them? The Void Spirit is positioning really well here.
I mean, Puck is
And they
very
do
much
spot
giving it
Tiny.
away here.
Oracle's gonna be a lamp. The sacrificial lamp, or maybe not, as the Phoenix Egg gets popped. Spectre ulti as well. And the PA should be fine. Or is he? Puck, he does go down to the Blink Dagger DK. So they lose the Puck and they lose the Tiny. They force the Egg.
Yeah.
And Lebanon not going to chase anymore. But Team Lebanon's looking in a comfortable spot, I would say. Let's see how fast this Morphling can farm up his E-Blade and come online.
He did just get the last hit on the tower, and if he plays on 700 HP right now, but every time he feels like they could be coming for him, he should definitely play on a bit higher HP, just because like if he dies once or twice more like he just did, you know, it's gonna be hard for him to come back into this one. PA also not gonna go Battle Fury this game, which is not necessarily unusual, but it's most of the time you're gonna see the Battle Fury first.
Look at bottom. Puck is mobilized with a tiny. He does have Dream Coil and the silence up. So the leash is there, and they're just gonna time the silence with the tiny stun and toss. Is this enough? Ooh, perhaps not. Just ulti out. And he does. And then here comes the DK. Pops ult, blink up. And there goes the tiny. Or ooh, Void Spirit? Nah.
This tiny is definitely not having the game he would want. But it's not the biggest deal though. Him dying, he eventually is gonna get a blink, and then, you know, all these deaths don't really matter that much anymore.
But it's not going his way. Instead of him finding or creating kills, he's the one going down.
Phoenix top is kind of in trouble here, maybe.
Yeah, the puck scouts him out. But the dive is there. Oh, they're still going for it. They don't have Dream Call for another 8 seconds, and Phoenix should be fine here. And Syrian Dream, they're going to get this tower top, and instantly TP bot. Try and catch this DK blink, he gets it off. And top lane, PA is still farming top. The Morph is here as well. Do they want to go on this Phoenix? He doesn't have dive for another 2 seconds. Does he get it off? Oof, the crits. Oh, that was a weird range. Okay. The PA does get the kill.
Nice kill for them. Also ends up forcing 2 TPs.
Ooh, this Observer Ward top wasn't recent. Or it was recent, but it wasn't now, right? It wasn't planted by the PA or the Tiny.
No,
sorry,
it
the
was.
Morph.
I think the Omni Knight placed it when they were diving him, chasing him before that. But they actually have 3 wards now. The one of the wards just died, but pretty much 3 wards in the same area, which is not what you want. But they got the kill, so the net was kind of evening out. Even though it looked pretty bad at some point.
Where do you go next for Spectre? He's sitting on 2.6k gold right now.
I mean, because he's sitting on that much gold, makes me think he wants to go Radiance, right? If he wanted to go Manta, he probably would buy the Yasha like right now.
Yep.
And I guess that's pretty good. I think it also synergizes as well with Dispersion and Blade Mail, like just having so much AoE damage in the fights. What is DK looking to buy? He's gonna go Shadow Blade actually and Silver Edge, and he already has the Shadow Blade. So
yeah, and Team Lebanon are mobilizing to get this tower at bottom, and Syrian Dream doesn't seem like they're interested in defending this. In fact, they're all sitting top, farming Team Lebanon's jungle, as they'll be giving away this tower. Spectre is playing really smart. He noticed that, okay, Syrian Dream's not defending bottom, they must be in my jungle, and he just moves back.
yeah, he also has a ward there scouting them. I think Morphling should be hitting this tower top. He might just want to go farm and get his E-Blade up, because they're gonna have a really nice timing now with E-Blade and Desolator on PA, which makes me think they can just walk into Roche potentially and just, you know, kill it. And Lebanon are not ready to fight right now. They have 3,000 dead gold on Spectre just sitting there, and Phoenix is only level 10. But they have Aghanims on Void Spirit actually.
Yeah, and Tiny finished Blink.
Yeah.
So
Aghanims on Void Spirit is huge. It's a lot of damage and a lot of...
Ooh, they're bringing out the PA. They see the creeps falling. The Spectre ulti is there. DK stuns. Damn, PA just gonna fall here.
Yeah. So they kill the PA, which is obviously, like, you know, if not the Morphling, then the best kill you can get. But they used the smoke and they used Haunt. And when PA is up, I really think Syrian Dream should look to go Roshan and look to force something. like you said, they have everything they need. They have Blink Puck, Blink Tiny, Desolator, as well as E-Blade.
Ooh, bottom lane. Dreamcoat
Yeah.
does connect on the Phoenix, and he should go down with a tiny sun as well. Yep.
He does. There's bounty spawning. Looks like Omni's gonna maybe snatch the enemies here. Yeah. Oh, Morphling. Maybe in trouble here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they are. And this
Fully
sun's
morphed up
up.
though.
With the haste up. Ooh, they're actually counter-initiating this. Do they have vision? Not anymore, but... PS alone. And Team Lebanon just disengages. Tiny blinks in, pops dust. Maybe overcommitting here? They don't have Dream Curl, but Spectre Haunt is definitely not up, and Omni Knight ulti gets popped. Morphling ends
Oh,
up dying.
Morphling
Phoenix
dies.
Egg. They
So
don't have
bad.
vision on the egg. It's gonna be a full duration egg. Stun pops up on the Omni Knight, and PA will fall as well. Oh, he blinks out to the puck. He does not have TP. Playing games with the Spectre. Ooh, the self-heals saves the Phoenix life, and perhaps with that, the PA goes down. So Syrian Dream, they lose everyone other than the PA. Or sorry, the puck.
Yeah.
Perhaps overcommitting with that chase a little bit.
For sure. I mean, you know, they have all the, like we talked about, they have all the timings they need, right?
Mm-hmm.
What they need to do is they need to take the fight on their terms, which means
Radiant
be together as 5 or 4, whatever, smoke up, and then go together, right? So you can use your spells.
Voidspire needs to be careful here. He has no mana. But Morph, oh damn, he was morphed full strength.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So, I mean, I still think you can go Roche if you are... we see the yellow Scorp Dota pinging it out. And you can see that what they're doing now, they should have done before the team wipe. But it's fine that they realize it and go for it now. And I don't believe Dire is actually ready to fight this. They will have Radiance very, very soon in 100 gold.
Yep.
But he has no mana right now, and yeah, Roche is going to be down at that point.
Well, at the very least for Team Lebanon, they will have a DD on the DK.
Fallen to the radiant.
Yeah. I mean, Morphling really needs to be careful. If he dies, like, to just this one silence from Aghanim's Void Spirit, then
Yep.
they suddenly lack, like, a lot of the damage.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah,
So
he
just because-
recognizes that. So he's
Yeah,
going for
just
BKB.
because they have, just because they have Aegis doesn't mean that they can necessarily fight them straight up right now.
and
still
Team Lebanon
behind.
are the ones chasing for them.
Yeah.
DK just misses the PA, but he does find the Omni, and what did DD damage? It's just too much. Spectral Hunt is used.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They won't find the PA, unfortunately. I don't know if they scouted the morph top. As we see Phoenix TPing top to defend this. And for now, Team Lebanon are just limiting Syrian Dream to their own jungle.
Yeah. See, this DK is actually really scary with the Silver Edge. He has the obviously the break mechanic, but also just this initial double hit. We saw it there on Omni Knight. He pretty much solo killed the Omni Knight from full HP.
Alright, so what's next for the Spectre? Do you go
I think
Manta
you
here?
go, yeah, I think you go Manta into Skadi.
Ooh, they're gonna find the DK, but he does have Blink. So he pops the smoke, he forces dust on the Tiny, and he's fine now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's see what PA has. He's 2 components away from BKB.
They might go on Morphing here.
They do, but he's got 3.3k HP. Well,
But that's still 5 heroes.
yeah.
Is under attack.
And bot lane P are gonna get caught here.
Ooh, he does blink on the Omni. DK does have Blink. Do they see him? Not yet, but... Ooh, the Dream Call gets popped on the Void Spirit, but PA... He's trying to run for this. They have no answer for the Phoenix Egg. The range is not enough, so PA won't be stunned here. And in fact, he's gonna start rotating on the Void Spirit and right-clicking down, finding a kill, perhaps. But nope. Does ends up falling and perhaps even falls twice. Let's see if he gets the blink off Puck here. They are going for it. No, silence is there. And they're gonna lose the PA as well. So, Team Lebanon. I don't know, it seems like their team fight is going really well for them. They're positioning, they're finding the right people, and
Yeah,
they're at the right positions.
sure. I mean, Morphling dying there in mid lane just leaves everything open, right?
Radiant's middle tower is
And this DK is massive.
When Spectre bought something, what does he have?
Radiant structures.
He's got a Yasha in his career. And Void Spirit is very close to BKB.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's courier has been killed.
What's the play here for Syrian Dream? Do you avoid teamfights for a little bit? Try to get some farm up? Like, try to finish your BKB on your PA, try to finish the BKB on the Morph, and then?
Yeah, I
Teamfight
mean,
now?
you definitely want to finish your BKBs, but I don't know if Lebanon's gonna let you do that. Like, they have Haunt again on Spectre. I feel like they could just smoke up and take the triangle. Haunt is so strong right now with the Radiance, and the DK is so strong too. Like, but you know, there might be a if Lebanon for some reason don't keep the pressure up, then there's time for the BKBs to come online, and then we might see a switch a little bit. Because they do lack damage against BKBs a little bit.
And
Dire's
Syrian Dream all mobilized top lane. This Phoenix is gonna be defending the tower, getting some creep waves. Might want to be careful as he's positioning really well, hiding in the trees. On the lookout, just gonna nuke the wave with his fire spirits.
Dire's top tower is
This
under
DK.
attack.
He's going for Assault Curious next.
Yeah, might as well. He has Oracle to save him too. Oh, they see the puck here in mid lane.
They do. He's buying some time. As Team Lebanon won't be able to find.
So basically, Lebanon, what they should be doing right now is they should be taking the enemy triangle, right, which is the enemy ancients, and they should place vision there and just be there together as 3-4 heroes. And then the Spectre can be wherever on the map because she has Haunt, right? And that if they did that, then that would mean that Syrian Dream would end up having no map. Instead, they're kind of just running around mid lane and chasing a puck.
Puck. DK pops his ult to just have enough range on the Dragon Tail, but does he? He does. He does find the puck. Luxury Orb is available. But the silence coming in from the Void Spirit will be able to secure the kill, and Spectre ulti's up. They see the Morph. Waveform is in. The stun. Oh, they force a BKB on the Morph, and I assume with that he should be fine. We'll use Dagger on the Spectre to gain some movement speed, but he's still getting low. With the waveform there. Spectre? Okay, never mind.
Under attack.
He's not gonna chase too far, and instead opt to right-click this tower. The creep wave is coming in. There is a DD rune on the Void Spirit as well. I don't know how Syrian Dream are gonna be able to defend this. The puck does have buyback.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Does he just wait for his respawn timer? Do they just give the Rex away? It does seem like they
I mean, I don't think you can do anything. I think you fucked up too many times. I think you.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
I mean, I almost feel like okay, the DK form is out, so you can just go back. Like you're not in any rush, right? As Team Lebanon, but I almost felt like they could have gone for bot lanes as well there. That's how strong they are. Phoenix Egg and Oracle ult. It's so hard for Syrian Dream to get it on the back line.
Team Lebanon are doing a good job in farming the map. Well, they are in a position to do that. They're waiting for this Roshan, who should be up in a few minutes or two.
I mean, I think every time you have Horned up, which is in 40 seconds here, you could just initiate
look out,
any
Red.
fight anywhere, and
Tiny duels coming in. Do they still go for this? No. Oh, actually, Tossback is there, and Voicebear doesn't have ulti up. I don't know if they really want to do this. They force the Omni Knight ulti, and the PA, he just nukes the Oracle. BKB popped on the Morph, and they're going to be chasing heroes here. Do they have vision for his DK? No dust up? No. And now DK is the one initiating on the Omni Knight. Tiny extremely low. The egg gets popped, and PA blinks out, and Omni gonna fall. They force a buyback on the Oracle, but they lose 2 heroes. The Omni and the Tiny, and with that, I don't know. Team Lebanon, do you just go bottom?
yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't see what's stopping you. Oracle buyback, it doesn't really matter. Like, he's happily giving up his life for another set of Rex, or his buyback.
And with the Assault Carriers completed on a DK, that's a lot of armor for Team Lebanon.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah. Syrian Dream in no position to defend this.
Radiant's bottom
So they're just gonna get the melee racks and be happy with this. While Syrian Dream, they're gonna find a Void Spirit perhaps. Ooh, Lebanon want to fight this. They don't have Egg. BKB gets popped on the Morph. He's gonna be right-clicking the Oracle down. But still, Oracle not falling yet. Buyback is used on the Omni and the Void Spirit. And meanwhile, PA just trading right-clicks with the Spectre. And with the Morphling there, I don't know if you really want to do this if you're Syrian Dream. Where's the damage? And oh my god, the DK just melts the Phantom Assassin and blinks and finds the puck as well. Morph is in no man's land here. He should fall as well. Jeez. Well, he has morphing strength. Perhaps? Doesn't fall. He forced a BKB on the Void Spirit. PA is still dead though. And Spectre, that's a dead morph.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, like DK's in your base killing your Omni Knight.
This DK is definitely like going ham in this game.
He just melted the PA. That was disgusting. Literally 2-shot at him.
The Silver
yeah,
Edge is pretty
Spectre.
cool, right? GG is gonna be called, actually. Makes sense. I don't think they expected the mid lane to go this poorly as well for Morphling.
Yeah, DK was able to take his advantage in the lane and play it really well in the mid game, creating a lot of space for Team Lebanon. Anyway, that's it for game number 1. We're gonna send you guys to the analyst right after this break. See you in a bit.
Oh, and we're back. Yep, that was game number 1 misery, and I don't know. I feel like they couldn't really find the chase or the kill, right? And once they had that silver edge on DK, PA, his impact is just gone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really even recall many good moments from Syrian Dream. They ended up taking Roshan, but they didn't really have any good fights or really any good moments in this game. It felt like it was completely Lebanon's game all along. After
Mhm.
laning phase, the Dragon Knight taking the enemies, the Morphlings mid tower. I don't know if it's supposed to happen. Maybe it is supposed to happen. I guess you don't see that matchup very often. But that just looked really bad, right?
It really
And from
did.
there, it just felt like Morphling and PA and every hero on Syrian Dream was kind of on catch up,
Mhm.
whereas Spectre could just safely farm his Radiance.
Mhm. The problem here is like each time you try to like catch on people, right, or look for a pickoff, it feels like they're really getting anything out of it, right? The like you have a puck, sure, a coil in here and there, but they couldn't really find those pickoffs, and instead of them getting the pickoffs, they're the one getting picked off quite a lot.
Yeah. So I don't know, like you
Mhm.
gotta go back to the drawing board. I think maybe you also need to think about picking a bit more team fight and a bit
Mhm.
more. I mean, puck is like puck tiny. It's like if they don't have good games, they don't deal any damage.
Yeah.
So
They didn't
yeah,
really have much of an impact. Yeah, Tiny earlier hand, he was roaming around the lanes, right, looking for those kills. But even if he did help out the PA lane, it still wasn't enough, honestly speaking. The PA, okay, laning phase, but afterwards, it was like the Tiny was a non-factor. I felt like even with the Blink Dagger, he wasn't really contributing as much. Didn't really have an answer on this Dragon Knight and Morphling. He gets an E Blade first, but he just gets killed quickly with the Aghanims
yeah.
of Regix, and they're just holding him down. He couldn't even go for max strength. Even if he morphed to strength, he just dies.
Well, I think they had this nice timing, right, with Desolator and
Mm-hmm.
E-Blade and the first, and Spectre had 3,000 gold, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and when they had this timing, and they could have just gone for Roshan straight up, right? And
Yeah,
Lebanon would
that is
not be able
true.
to do much. If they ended up defending it with Spectre, she would be playing with 3,000 gold in the bank, which means she wouldn't be able to
Mm-hmm.
do much in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, they take this really bad fight where Morphling dies instantly. And sure, they go for Roshan afterwards, but at that point, Spectre is finishing up his Radiance. So the Aegis itself has almost no impact because you still cannot fight. But they had this really nice timing where they had the potential to at least take over the game. They just didn't really, yeah,
Maximize it then.
they
Yeah,
didn't take advantage of
so
it.
the item timings, like when you hit a certain timing where you have your items up and running, that's when you get the most out of it. But it just ended up like looking like they were just farming it out. You can't really play passive when you have your items up and running. You have to play aggressive and look for those kills. As when Spectre still has no items, that's your moment to strike. But they just let CBS do his thing, get that farm. And once he had that Radiance up and running, he just had to hunt, and it was a big disaster for Syrian Gym. Like you said, it's all Lebanon in this game number one. Hopefully, we'll see signs of life from Syrian Gym. As like you said, it's back to the drawing board. Take it a game at a time. We lose one game, we still have more to go. As a game number two would be interesting to see if Syrian Gym would even do another Invoker second pick. I don't know, since it did get banned by Lebanon, but at the same time, they need to think about what their plan is for the next match and to understand what is our win condition, what do we need to do once we get our item up and running. That communication is needed so that whatever they're planning, it works out much better and cleaner. Like crisp Dota is what we're looking for if you're gonna play up against someone like Team Lebanon. So with that said, Missouri, we will see you guys in game number two after this break.
You wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone, so save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break, swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption.
You make me move, you make me dance, you make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. Best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. Best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You make my heart beat super fast, super fast, super fast.
You make my heart beat super fast.
My heart super super, my heart super super, my heart super super, my heart super super, super super, my heart super super, my heart super super, my heart super fast, super super, my heart super super, my heart super super, my heart super super, super super, my heart super super. You make my heart beat super fast. What does love feel like? What does love feel like? You're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. Best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. Best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You make my heart beat super fast.
You make my heart beat super fast.
Super super, my heart super super, my heart super super, my heart super super, super super, my heart super super. You make my heart beat super fast. Super super, my heart super super, my heart super super, my heart super super, super super, my heart super super. You make my heart beat super fast.
And yeah, we are back in game number 2 this time for Syrian versus Team Lebanon. What do you think Syrian has to do, Black? Because you finally saw them play. It felt kind of shaky for them, actually. I was not expecting this from them. I was actually expecting more, but it didn't look good in game number
Hmm.
1 at all.
I think they need to think about the certain heroes a bit more. Like I think Phoenix is a
Mm-hmm.
big problem. I think this hero is it might be GH's best hero, or one of the best heroes
Mm-hmm.
at least, and it's still just so strong. Like in these games where yeah you can't really kill the egg. He's so strong in lane, especially when you're gonna pick PA. It's one of the best heroes overall against PA.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I would think that maybe you can ban. Okay, we see it already banned out as well.
Mm. They,
So I
they,
think
they
that's
don't want
wise at
it. Like,
least.
mm-hmm.
But that means giving up Wisp if they, if Lebanon wants to take it. They might
Yeah,
end
it
up
is a
going for like a Void
possibility.
Spirit first though. Oh, Lina is
Oh,
also
this
in the
time
pool.
they're
This hero has been
gonna take
banned
the
like
Lena.
every game
It has
I've
been
seen in
banned
this
quite a
event, I
lot.
think. Yeah.
It's one of the comfort picks for every team, like the Lena position 4. Like, although you can also
Yeah.
do a curveball and put her in mid because she does quite well too in mid, but mostly just the position 4, just having that extra attack range, that damage that she produces, and the LSA. And like I said, I was talking to you about this. Invoker,
Hmm.
first pick this
Yeah.
time, first pick for them. Do you want to bring out their guns? And this is their one of the things they like to play the most. Is the Invoker off lane.
Yeah. No, I mean that's what we talked about last draft too, right? Like you
Mm-hmm.
might as well just take it first phase because you know it's gonna get banned. So just whatever, just take it.
Yeah,
It's
these are actually the
unorthodox to
most
take
big
Invoker first pick, but
heroes.
yeah,
Most big heroes for Syrian Gym, Invoker and PA. Like, yes, PA didn't have that amazing game in game number 1, but this time they are going for just immediately their comfort picks. The Invoker PA together. Like, people say Magnus PA is a thing, but for Syrian Gym, they always pair it up with an Invoker. Like, if they're gonna pick a PA, they have to have Invoker there, as their usual
yeah.
build would always be the Urn of Shadows and the Solar Crest. That's usually the build they have for PA Invoker combo.
I think the PA is also really good against both Lina and Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas so it's not the best. Like it's actually quite bad versus Phoenix because it's unlikely that you're gonna kill him instantly with
Yeah.
your crits. And then when he gets his egg off, it's kind of just awkward for PA because she don't really want to spend her time hitting an egg with or without
Mm-hmm.
BKB. Um, and now the Phoenix is banned, I think the PA makes more sense. I think we might see a different Syrian Dream this
Outcome.
game.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe
probably.
outcome, maybe just different, more competitive game overall.
Hmm. Well,
Do you think it's GH playing Lina, or do you think it's going to be Noob?
I mean, they still have time, right, to decide on what you really want to do. Usually, they also have those pocket strats, right? They still have the IO available in the pool. Not only do they have the IO, they also have like a Keeper of the Light if they want to play that. If it's still there. Like those are typical GH picks, right? Just having
Yeah,
those
but
up and running.
you already have Lina and Oracle. I think you can't really afford to pick
Mm.
either Wisp or Coddle here. You're just gonna have too many squishy heroes that want to stay back, right? I could see them picking something
Mm-hmm.
like Earth Spirit here for GH. I don't think I've seen him play it here in this event, but I mean, obviously he plays Earth Spirit very well.
Yeah.
I could also see them picking Void Spirit again. It's one of their comfort heroes, and it goes well with Lina in the off lane. It goes well mid lane for Noob, and I think it's good against both Invoker and PA as well.
Well, if they do take the Void Spirit, but at the same time, Syrian Dream can also just pick up the Void Spirit here. Like it's also available, and it creates quite a lot of
Yeah,
space for them too, right? Having someone like a Void Spirit that can move around the map and look for the backlines, and I think that's what you need if you're going to be playing up against someone like a Lean and Oracle. You need someone who can be able to go to the backlines, other than the PA, right? Because he has to farm it up before he can even join the fights.
yeah, for sure. I mean, this hero is very good. I also imagine it has a very high win rate in this tournament. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't really seen Void Spirit lose much. But I mean, like I've mentioned before, I haven't seen Certain Dream play, so I don't know if it's a hero that they prioritize.
That is
I would
true.
like
I
to.
actually haven't really seen them pick the Void Spirit. Yeah, you were saying Misery.
I don't know. I just like to see them not pick Omni Knight or something like that. I like to see them pick a 5 that can be a bit more active and be useful in the game. Anyways, it's banned
Mm,
actually, so it doesn't really matter.
mhm.
Um, so they do go for the
So
Wisp actually. Wow.
they are gonna go for the comfort picks. Like you said, the problem here is that they are squishy, and they aren't really people that want to be there
Yeah.
in the front lines. And if you have someone like a PA can always jump in and aim for the supports, which was usually what he does too. While they're gonna pair up like a PA with, they have a Tusk here that has the snowball, has the tag team, Walrus Brunch. Overall, a pretty good, Tusk pick. I think it's gonna be going with Invoker, obviously, with an offlaner. So it's gonna be Invoker Tusk together,
Yeah.
Quaswex as
I,
usual,
I,
and
I think that's a pretty decent lane. I think it's
mhm,
you're gonna do well. I'm just a bit surprised by the Wisp because I like you can definitely make this work. Like Wisp Oracle is a nice combo, right? You put the heal on the Wisp and heals.
mhm.
He heals further down the line and so on, and you
Yeah,
have double save, and it's definitely not that fun to play against. But it's rare you see it. I don't you don't see these 3 heroes being picked first in the draft very often.
yeah.
But obviously
It's
you can make up for it with the last 2 picks, right? Now
mhm.
you need a
I mean, it's
frontliner
a
and you need
very
somebody to
greedy
tether.
pick.
You don't have anybody you can tether right now, right?
There's no
Normally you want
Tordor,
to tether somebody to be in front. Yeah, Slada could be a good pick.
mm, but it's been banned.
Slada
So,
Legion, okay. Slada band, yeah.
uh, well, another factor would be a problem would be the Grimstroke, right? If you're gonna be tethered up, you're always gonna get that soulbind hit, right? Because as much distance as you want, if you got soulbinded up, I mean, what do you combo it with, right? Soulbind into what? I guess Grimstroke PA kind of works out together. You have the
Yeah, it's
what
pretty
is the
okay.
third skill? I forgot the third skill's name
Inkswell,
of Grimstroke. Inkswell. Yeah, okay, there
is
you
it
go.
Inkswell?
Inkswell
Yeah.
onto the Phantom Assassin, where he can just blink in, and that Inkswell does quite a lot of damage. So, in terms of the
Hmm.
laning phase, right, if you're aiming for the IO, having that damage from Grimstroke with the PA combination, it does quite a lot, actually. So, it kind of goes well in the laning phase, too.
I just see them. What if they just put Oracle against the Grimstroke lane and then he just purges the because you can purge the
Yeah,
Inkswell every time. And
that
they
can
might
also
just
be
want to
done.
do that regardless because we've seen GH play Wisp with his brother a fair share of
Hmm
times this event. So it might just play into
hmm
Lebanon's hands, you would say. But still, I mean, Grimstroke is still like a potent hero throughout the game. So Tidehunter,
It is
okay. I
really
mean, there's your
tight.
frontliner, and
I mean,
it's good against PA in laning phase at least.
hmm
It's kind of just a free lane for you as Tide.
yeah, at least have like a crowd control too, like someone to have that Ravage up and running will do wonders for them here and there. So it's gonna be difficult to even try to get a kill on Tidehunter. I think like he is a tanky guy alongside a Wisp. You gotta put a lot of effort to try and burst one down there. With that said, carries though are still in the line for Team Lebanon. What is in the pool? I guess
Yeah,
Spectre is still in the pool if they want to go for Spectre.
yeah. I mean, they definitely might. I would imagine Syrian might ban it out though after last game. It looks like a pretty good
Mm-hmm.
Spectre pick already. It's pretty good against everything they have. So I would probably imagine they're banning it. Then
Do you think an AM might be
there's
picked
still
for Team Lebanon? Because I've seen IO AM together before. Like they used to run it a lot, actually.
I don't think so. I think it's a pretty bad matchup against PA, and it doesn't make much
Mm.
sense here. I would think it's more like maybe Jericho that we might see. Maybe they could maybe go Luna. They could maybe go. What else works with Wisp? Sven is banned.
Yeah, he's banned.
Hmm. We saw Slack before. I don't know if they're gonna go back for that. Probably not. Too much
Probably not.
Troll. Ursa. Ursa is
Guess
really popular right now in Europe.
yeah, I mean
So
Orisa has been good. I haven't seen him pick like especially when Timbersaw is here. Like whenever they pick Timbersaw, like Orisa is always a nice counter up against a Timbersaw, getting those stacks onto him.
mhm.
As Team Lebanon, they're still deciding on their final pick here. It is taking some time. I guess Gyro seems nice too, but the answer would be the Troll Warlord. I like the pick. I mean, Troll is
Yes,
gonna be hard to
solid.
even try to get a kill on him with his
Troll
ultimate.
Oracle is also like a really strong duo
Hmm.
because you just if you get the ultimate off on the troll from Oracle, troll
Hmm.
can always use his ultimate, which means he's gonna hit people and lifesteal, and then he's always gonna come out with full HP, right? So in general, it's like very hard to actually kill the troll when you have this combo.
Hmm.
And then the lane, of course, is super strong. I don't know if they're gonna do Oracle Troll in lane or they're gonna pair it with Wisp. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah, there are still ways on how they can do this. Well, for Syrian Dream, I think they're looking for a mid laner here, and the answer would be a Zeus pick. Like a Zeus versus
Mhm.
Lina. Um, this type of matchup,
Yeah.
I don't really know who the clear winner is. I mean, Zeus can also clear the wave as well as Lina, so I just gonna see how one outplays the other, I guess. But overall, what do you think about the draft so far?
I think it's better this time for Syrian Dream for sure. I think the Zeus pick is really strong. They also have their comfort
Mm-hmm.
invoker off lane.
Mm-hmm.
PA once again. When that's said though, I think Noob was kind of styling on the Morphin last game, and I could see him doing
Mm-hmm.
the same thing again with Lina against Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
Zeus can push out waves and will usually always get something from the lane,
Mm-hmm.
but I just fear that Lina might be too high range and to have too much mana compared to the Zeus.
Yeah.
Usually when Zeus is playing against the hard lane, he will spam out the mana to get the the CS, right?
To get the most out of the lane. At the same time, power ups is always the number one thing, right? If you are
For
laning
sure.
up against Lina, whoever gets the power runes usually tend to win the lane more, or at least to get it even. And sometimes if you don't have the power ups, it doesn't go well for them. And that is the draft so far. We will see you in the game as the draft is finally ended. So Misery and Elyas will be the one casting that, and we'll see you guys there.
Welcome back, everyone, to game number 2 between Syrian Dream and Team Lebanon. And as I'm saying that, Tuskar standing uphill against Oracle, Lina, and Tidehunter. Welcome back, Misery.
Welcome back.
So we've got 666 on Invoker, Hellfox again, mid Zeus, Scorpio on the Grimstrokes, AT on Tuskar, Dragon Soul on the PA. And on side of Syrian Dreams, we've got Noob on Lina, CBC on Troll, Ixen, Oracle, GH on Diayo, Tidehunter, played by Radjix, and bottom lane, a lot of action going on early. Oh my gosh, it's Tidehunter. Is this first blood, or does the Grimstroke go down first? Oh, Fairy Fire popped. Lina misses the stun. Actually, no, connects with 2. Tide goes down first. And
Tusk
then
might
goes
also
down
be
to
in trouble here.
Lina gets the stun off. And we're gonna let this Tuskar go. No more animal abuse.
So first blood for PA here.
In the game.
Good for him.
And mid lane, it's Zeus versus the Lina. Like you mentioned, if you're the Lina, you can just stay out of range, CS quite comfortably, and not be in the range
Yeah, I
of
had to update
Zeus's
you. I haven't played this
Arc
in a
Lightning.
long time.
Yeah, I mean, Dina's mana pool also feels a bit higher than the Zeus's. When Zeus runs out of mana, it's kind of rough for him. But
Whoa.
we'll see how it goes. Zeus does have a little bit of a head start because of the level 1 engagement. Dina had to use like half his mana pool
Whoa.
and a TP.
We don't talk about
Yeah,
that.
it's really
We
annoying
don't
to
talk
play
about that.
if you're this use. Like you can't get in range for the creeps to right click them, or else you're just gonna take a bunch of right clicks from the Lina.
Oh no.
Bottom lane.
Dyer's courier has been
They're actually starting as 3, huh? And leaving the Invoker solo.
Wait, where'd you put the code? Oh, there. Never mind. Found it.
Radiant's bottom tower is
He's sitting on 1 CS. Oh, it's IO. Just being constantly harassed by the IO of GH.
You would say You would say
And bottom lane, PA sitting on 5 CS, 2 minutes in.
This is America.
He does have the Tuskar laning with him, and the Oracle.
It's in.
I just don't know what,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
so you have an offlane Invoker completely alone. I imagine
I'm
he shouldn't
hosting
get that
today,
much
so
done.
I'm not casting, so I'm mostly free
But-
after pre-game, post-game.
I don't know. Maybe do you think that he won't have that much of a problem against the IO?
I mean, it's definitely, it could be worse in terms of what 5 you're playing against,
Almost
but at the
lost
same time,
my-
like, Troll has
my
11
voice.
denies,
So
right?
this will
You
be
might get
better.
something right
More
now,
chill.
but what happens in 2 minutes when Troll has his boots and his
Yeah.
levels, right? You might just get run down. They're gonna buy dust. They're not gonna,
JOWA.
they're just gonna kill you, I think. And a really poor Invoker might be, I mean,
Oh, okay. Party
be
hat.
pretty weak
Okay,
in this
okay,
game.
party hat. Yeah, that is true.
and
Bottom
Tuskar is in base. I didn't really see what happened, but he's TPing mid now. Might
Are we
try to
gonna all
go
defeat
for the
mid
Lina here,
party
since
hat?
Lina is pretty low.
He walks mid. He gives some regen to the Zeus, and does he
That's
get it?
okay. I'll be the
doesn't have
I'll be the
snowball.
gift. The naked gift.
Commits to
There
it,
you
and the
go.
Oracle TP's in. The stun. Is it enough? It is. Zeus not in range.
Oh no, that's pretty bad for him.
Radiant's
He used his
bottom tower
TP
is under
just to
attack.
die just like that again.
Yeah, and Lina
Not
doesn't
a-
need to go back. She has a bottle, and she has a bouncer rune. So that's 6 bottle charges for the Lina.
Money to burn.
Chat.
Look at this Troll CS too.
17-16. Yikes. Like, damn, do you even need the IO in top lane anymore?
I think the IO needs the top lane. I mean,
okay.
IO can stack a bit.
Yeah.
I think he should definitely buy a dust and then look to potentially kill the Invoker. They could even buy Orb of Venom on Troll. But I think it's nice what IO is doing right now, looking to stack some camps up for the Lina. And then, just rotate in. I think you don't want to leave the Troll completely alone, just because Troll is going to be definitely fine, but it's more about like giving the Invoker more of a game than he kind of deserves, being left alone like this. So I think, but being like half jungle, half in the lane, like just keep being that threat that comes in from the side and tethering the Troll, I think is good enough.
Well, for
Frost.
someone with no fingers, IO sure does have a lot of rings. He's got 2 ring of regen and a
Huh.
full bracer.
Yeah, where do you think those rings go? Does he? I mean, I guess they just kind of wobble inside of him,
Or
right?
maybe around him. He wears it.
Like, what is a wisp? What kind of material is it? Is it like a jellyfish type of stuff? Because then it would make sense the rings being kind of
Uh,
in his body.
I'm thinking he's solid, and the rings, he just wears the rings. Like, so it's over his entire body like a hula hoop.
Really?
And it also acts as an armor, maybe?
But the rings aren't that like stretchable, right? They're made of solid material. Like,
Maybe IO is stretchable.
Yeah. Okay.
And damn, it's a regen. A bottled regen for Lina. Bottom lane's going good for PA so far. He's sitting on 20 CS.
Yep.
But a lot of that was because of the...
I mean, they
Tri
try
lane.
lane, right? And they also have, it's kind of a passive lane they have in Tidehunter. Like, they might start putting out some pressure now when Oracle hits 3. And it looks like the IO is playing around mid lane. So he's gonna just play mid and stack camps, right? And actually just, maybe they're even gonna let the IO have mid lane. And Dean just jungles. Not sure. But it looks like the Troll is completely fine alone, so. Bot lane. Oracle was down here.
Damn. Troll has more denies than everyone else's CS. Well, not
Yeah.
anymore. Jeez, this Invoker is getting denied a lot of XP top. And it's literally a Freelian for the Troll Warlord.
Yeah, it
Who's
is.
going to be rushing Battle Fury. I'd imagine he's going to get this fairly quickly. Mid lane, Zeus.
Oh, Wisp is TPing bottom now. Gonna maybe try to save the Tidehunter here.
Yeah, they're going on Oracle, getting extremely low. Oh, Tidehunter just had the gush. Cancel animation as Oracle went off vision. And both teams just going to disengage.
Actually, now that I think about it in hindsight here, like I actually like what GHS has done. Instead of just staying top, leaving him, leaving the troll in with his advantage already, stack some camps, and then go pressure bot. Now it kind of means that they're winning 3 lanes. Lebanon, because PA is not happy now. Zeus is not happy now, and Invoker certainly isn't as well.
Invoker did steal a Hellbear Smasher, so that's what, plus 46 gold going for him.
Yeah,
Yunks it from D-Troll.
it is like one of the most comfortable heroes as far as I've heard from JT, and you know, usually when you have a hero like
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Illusion.
Going on the Wisp, the silence from the Oracle is there. And ooh, the stun, they get it off. Tuskar ends up falling, my gosh. Team Lebanon, they
Yeah.
have so much heal and sustain at bottom.
Grimstroke gonna die too,
It's gonna be
potentially
a
here.
double kill. Oh, the
Barely gets
slow.
out. Oh, the Zeus
ult.
ult.
Oh, they're gonna turn it around, the PA. And the Invoker TP in with the EMP, cold snap. Not there.
Oh my god, and
Tornado.
so many rotations, and you're only
With
gonna get 1
7
kill.
magic sticks, pops it. Oh, he doesn't find it. In fact, Invoker might be the one to fall. He does have Ghost Walk. An Anchor Smash not gonna be in range. Now, Tidehunter's going to fall. Wisp trying to save him. My gosh, he does save him.
Yeah, I mean, this is so bad for Syrian Dream. Like, so many rotations. You kill one Oracle who was out of resources anyways, and top Troll is just taking the, you know, taking a beating on the tower. Same with Lina mid.
Look at Invoker. He has to walk all the way top. Oh, Tuskar, nice dodge. Dodges the Lina stun with his snowball. And with that, they're going to find even 2 kills on the Lina and the IO.
Invoker had it urn ready there as well, so he gets some charges.
Well, that's something nice for Invoker. This TP bottom wasn't for naught.
Dire's middle
Gets
tower
experience from 2 kills, 3 earned charges, and secures a kill on IO himself.
Yeah. Ty's gonna be 6 soon. I imagine they're gonna keep pressuring that bot tower, and maybe they, unless they bring like many heroes. As you see Noob already thinking about it here, TPing bot with the Tidehunter Ravage, they might be able to kill the PA into potentially a tower kill.
Yeah. Tuskar is TPing in. Let's see if they want to bait this. And even if they do, I don't know if they can survive it. The Tide is 6. As you said, the Ravage is there.
I don't think they know about Lina's presence though right now,
are fortified.
so they might end up getting baited a bit here to go on the Tide.
Ooh, they do the Ravage. The stun from the little Light Strike Arrow does it. Ah, the Laguna Blade and the Dragon Slave is just too much. And oh my god, Tuskar. Oh, Lina, the stun connects as well. And the Dragon Self. Or Slave. So 2 kills. Good rotation from the Lina. Meanwhile, mid lane. The IO stayed there, got some good amount of XP.
Bottom tower is under attack.
And now Troll's rotating.
Gonna be some kind of
Radiant's bottom
Jeez,
Crazy
look at the
timing
stacks
on
in the
Battlefield.
triangle.
yeah. I mean, he doesn't have the Fury yet, but he's getting really close, and it's only 10 minutes in,
Mm-hmm.
and he's level 9.
You think you give it to the troll or the Tide Hunter? You get an early mech on the Tide, perhaps? I mean, you've got IO on your team.
I mean, you kind of already have. Your Tide is so fat too. It almost doesn't even matter. I think it's probably better to give it to Troll, just so that you can snowball his levels and give him a fast SNY or whatever he wants, and then you can just take Roche. Whereas Tide almost already has what he needs to be useful in this game.
I like this TP from Tide. He's mirroring PA's movements on the map. You saw PA stop, just TP stop. Just ruining this PA's game.
Right, they already took bot tower too, so now he's just gonna sit up there on at the tier 1 top and defend it like some kind of meat shield, right? Just you have to get by the Tide Hunter to actually take the tier 1, and it's not easy when there's an IO behind you and
Under attack.
Oracle TP. And Noob going travel first on Lina, so he's also looking to be farming it up. Already level 10. Pretty much all 3 of Lebanon's cores have like perfect game.
Tusker and Grimstroke.
Yeah,
They're fine with the Lina.
he's so fast though.
Oh my gosh, he is. He's got 3 stacks of Fire Soul. My gosh, he just throws the Laguna. I'm just gonna right-click the Tusker down. Zeus. I don't know if he wants to do this.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, Troll finds Oracle and will be bringing him down. Zeus just running for his life here. They don't have Ravage for another 15 seconds of the TP coming from the Invoker. They're just going to disengage this. Oracle? So much heal. Oh my gosh. And look at Troll finally taking a step.
used his ultimate, but I mean, who cares, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
11.5 at 11, you know, and a half, just for this logic sake, or the point sake here. So Tidehunter went for a hood fast. Makes a lot of sense against Zeus.
You think now he's gonna build towards him mech? Or is this a naked buckler?
I think so. He already has buckler too, right? So I'm probably, he's probably gonna go mech. He might try to rush a blink because it has nice synergy with the troll and the Lina, just to get in there, use the ravage, and the other guys
He can smoke up to find a troll warlord. He doesn't have mana for ulti. Actually, it's on cooldown. But with the Oracle being there, and the eye rotating, he should be able to heal through this, and he does. Now Lina TP's bottom to try and mitigate any form of chase that Syrian wanted it to commit on a troll warlord.
Once again, it's like a 4-hero rotation. They smoke too, you said, right? I didn't actually see, but all they get is this one Oracle kill, one Wisp rotation, but it doesn't really matter. Like, they're just gonna clear their ancients and just keep farming. And Ty didn't even have to TP, so he's still top, like pushing in top wave constantly. One thing going well for Syrian Dream is the PA has also rushed the Battle Fury. So he's also gonna get pretty farmed here at this pace.
Radiant's top tower is under
Did you see what Lina built? They didn't opt to go for the Yules, just rushing.
BKB.
Yeah, boots into BKB. As they smoke up mid lane. Smart from Lina. Unfortunately, won't be finding the PA in their triangle. Instead, they're just going to be finding a Zeus. And again, ooh, nice snowball juke. But you're sitting in the middle of 4 heroes. Oh, he got the stun block. That was a huge ice shards.
It was nice for sure. Saving his own life there.
He does have 13 magic wand charges. That should be enough to give him Ravage. It drops mana boost to use. My gosh. Alright.
Troll is coming in from the left here as well.
Lina doesn't, PA doesn't see this. Oh, no, never mind. Troll's just gonna casually farm their triangle. Triangle of Syrian Dreams, that is. And he's going for Sanjan Yasha next.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yep. pretty standard. You want to end up with SNY, Satanic on Troll,
Radiant's
giving you
top
that
tower has fallen.
insane status resist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Making
and
like,
Tide's,
yeah.
Tide's actually going for Blink.
Hmm.
And that looks very scary.
Tower is under attack.
I mean, they could
First
even hit
Syrian.
Roshan right now, and I don't think,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they are gonna do that. I don't see why not. It's pretty much free.
Invoker sitting on a naked urn. He's going for 4-staff next, and this Roshan is just gonna go down. It's a free rush for Team Lebanon. Syrian Dream in no position to defend this.
Yeah.
They're getting something done around the map though. Like PA is farming Team Lebanon's triangle.
Yeah, they are getting a bit. But I mean, the troll is like, he can do whatever he wants right now. He could literally run into them and just take the enemy jungle almost by himself with the relocate behind him. Just I imagine he can just steal away so much space and farm from Syrian Dream. Bot lane,
Top
they're
lane.
kind of setting up a kill here. They might try to go for the for Noob here, but nah. So yeah, look at CBS. Look where he is on the map, and he's pretty much alone, right? Like,
Forces a tornado and an EMP. It does connect with him, so that's a lot of mana gone for the Invoker. I mean, sorry, for the Troll. Did Tide finish Blink? Yeah, he did. My gosh, and he's on 900 gold as well. They instantly smoke up bottom with the Tide and Oracle. Looks like they're going mid, not bottom. Or actually, are they going bottom?
they see the Wisp though.
They do. And the Warrior's Punch used. Oh, Blink, Tide, Ravage. It connects to the Tuskar and the Invoker. The Tornado will be buying some time as it connects to the Troll Warlord, and Tuskar is just a dead man here. With Lina coming in, it's definitely dead.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So they do smoke for that.
Dire's structures
I mean,
are
Team Lebanon.
fortified.
They did smoke up. They end up losing Aya first and then finding to kill on Tuskar, so not that bad for Syrian Dream, but Tide. Oh, he blinks and... Okay, TPL.
They did use the Ravage though, which is a
Yeah.
notoriously a long cooldown, so maybe not what you want ideally, but you know, they're still in a very dominant position. PA is finding a lot of space though, and it's gonna hit some kind of Deso timing somewhat soon.
Yeah.
I think you should go Deso first. Seems like he's also queued it up.
Middle tower is under attack.
So I think you need to be able to take a fight. You can't afford to go BKB here. It's just too much gold, I think.
And meanwhile, bottom lane, CBS will be taking that tower. They...
Radiant's
Syrian Dream do use a
structures
glyph. And does that scare CBS away? No, it does not.
bottom tower.
Yeah, okay, just gonna throw axes at it.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Tuskar. Io's the one going for mech. What is Tide getting?
Uh-huh.
Pipe. Okay. Yeah, alright, makes sense.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So are they gonna defend that top tower? It looks like they will,
Dire's top
or what? Are they just more interested in going for tier 2 mid?
Well, Lina is sitting top alone. She does have BKB and she is rather quick. This Zeus ulti does counter and they do force a BKB on her with the PA blinking in. And oh, Oracle's just gonna fall. Tuskar, he will Walrus punch the Oracle. And now PA just melts to the Troll Warlord.
Radiant's middle
Invoker, he will use Force Staff and oh, Tide onto a clumsy net. Not so clumsy. Well played from the Tide.
Yeah. So they do end up defending it, obviously, with the Wisp relocate. They're so far ahead, right, with the Aegis too. I wonder if Troll is just gonna go straight into MKB too, right? Like,
Yeah.
or if he is gonna go for Satanic.
Well, he's got a lot of options and he's got a lot of advantage. When it comes to net worth, he's sitting a little bit over 4k on top of the PA. Which is quite a bit.
I think the only way that changes is if somehow Lebanon takes a really bad fight, right? Where PA gets some kills. I don't think PA is going to be able to catch up without fight like that. Tide has Ravage again too, and yeah, the towers just die so fast to this troll too. Like they can just go top as well.
And is that 4 bounty runes for Team Lebanon? It does seem like it is. Yeah, Syrian Dream is in no position to secure those bounties.
They're just getting kind of destroyed.
Turn it into an EMP to buy some time.
Bot
Oh, they're
lane.
relocating bottom. Oh, the stun from Delina missed on the PA, and he's gonna blink to the crave. So PA does buy some time. Wait, did they cancel it? They canceled it.
I think Invoker
Did they?
canceled it with the cold
Okay.
snap.
Oh, are they gonna find 2? The Ravage is available. I think you just use it here.
Oh, the snowball.
Unless...
Almost getting
Damn, they're
them
forcing so
in
much.
trouble.
Tide is blocked. Do they go for it? Oh my god, Ayo has regen in his bottle.
It still has mech too, and sticks.
Oh my god,
Here
they
it
do
comes.
use the Ravage. It only connects with the Tide. I mean, sorry, the Invoker and the Oracle. Invoker does not have Force Staff, but should be fine here.
Yeah, he's looking pretty
Troll.
mad here. He might actually chase.
Oh,
Blink
PS
BKB.
creep skipping. They don't have creeps mid. PS creep skipping.
Yeah, true.
Ah, Team Lebanon, they can't fight the backdoor region. At least not yet. It's a great play from the PA. Buys a lot of time. Potentially even saving that Rax.
He almost has the money for the Deso now.
Yeah, he's being chased
Oh,
by
look at
Delina.
Luke. Yeah.
Radiant are scanning.
I think he might notice the PA cutting here. Nah, he's already on the way out. Let's see. Oh, PA is so scared actually, not even going for that wave.
He might see him now, though. It's
Blur is
daytime.
running out. Oh,
Let's go TP out. Okay.
close.
Look at bot. Tide doesn't really care. Oh, they really get the troll in on the Zeus. They're gonna manage to kill him down with the tornado and EMP hitting up. The troll doesn't really care. Just nets the Tuskar. So that Zeus and Tuskar gone. They both have buyback. PA kind of in an FE situation. He does have the blink and we'll use it on the Grimstrike.
Troll already has its Satanic finished. It's coming on Courier. Look at his net worth. It's actually crazy how far ahead he is.
He's now 7k on top of the PA. And top lane you have Wisp pushing the lane alone. Ah, Syrian Dream, they are smoking for the IO.
Radiant's
see if
middle
GH
tower is under attack.
Manages to
Radiant structures are fortified.
save himself. Ah, there he is. Okay. Meanwhile, mid lane. Syrian Dreams that you will use Glyph and Troll has no care in the world.
Radiant's middle
You just
tower
can't
is
if you're Syrian
fortified.
Dream. How do you defend this?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I don't know. It's looking
Troll
rough.
TP stop. Oh, PA, he does an issue on the IO. Doesn't fall. The Oracle ulti will save him. And now it's the PA that goes down. Man. That's not what you wanted. And no buyback on the PA now.
Yeah. Reload bottom onto the task here.
Oh, he has blink. Oh, Tuskar does juke the stump, but not the Laguna. The damage still goes through. And there goes Tuskar.
I also feel like Team Lebanon are both drafting and playing better than I've seen them play the last 2 days. Like it's kind of like they're showing up for real today.
Yeah, they're fine with being serious. I mean, the difference between position 1 and 2 in this tournament is $4K, so they don't want 4K gone. They're super focused and executing really nicely. PA is back though. What is Roshan timer? A few more minutes.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
But
They
hey,
have
what
Ravage
do you
again.
do here?
Nah, I don't know. I mean, this troll is just gonna get healed up by Oracle. It's gonna keep hitting.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
What do you do? Like, the Lena's not even there. Lena's farming ancients.
Yeah. Even Wisp wasn't there. He was also, I don't know, picking up bounties.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And now Wisp is queuing up hard. Okay. Shiva's queued up for the Lena. Oh. Okay, what happened top? Do they see Invoker? No, he's ghost walked. And they're just gonna be baiting the IO, and Waldorf's punch is used. He doesn't fold. Oracle ulti is just too quick, but I imagine the damage would be enough. Huge Ravage catches 5! And Lena TP's in. We'll be just right-clicking the Zeus. Zeus is gonna fall soon. Meanwhile, Tidehunter and the IO, they're just right-clicking Tuskar here. Nice Ice Wall. And PA is able to blink on the Oracle to save his own life. Tuskar hiding in the trees, buyback forced. Actually, just used. Oh, what?
This was a really good fight by Syrian Dream, right? But they're just so far behind now that
Especially
many
when it's a
items.
5-man Ravage. Like, the fact that they didn't get team wiped is
Radiant's top
admirable.
fallen.
yeah.
They just don't seem to have enough damage. The heals coming in from Io and Oracle are just too much. But Io, does he fall? He doesn't! Okay, he does. This use ulti. It doesn't even matter. Like, you expend everything to use on the Io and you have nothing else for the troll. Or the Lina and GG. That's cold.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire
It's a rough one for sure.
Seems like the fact that they chose to put the Invoker top lane alone, really, they suffered for it.
Yeah.
But with that, Syrian Dream, they need to have a break, refresh, and forget any of this happened and come back. We're going to take a short break, and you guys will see the analysts in a bit right after this.
What a game, Missouri. What a game. I was not expecting this best of 5 series looking really grim for Syrian Dream. Like, no matter what they do, like, especially that last fight, right? They used everything that they could. It was an ideal fight. They were able to find the Wisp and the Oracle. They used everything that they had. At the end of the day, they weren't even able to kill the Wisp or Oracle. They had to put like a lot of things done
Yeah.
before they were able to find any kills.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I also didn't expect it to be this one-sided. You know, like I casted Lebanon the last few days, and they didn't look that sharp. Maybe the low bracket run was just maybe tougher than what they're up against today, or maybe they're just showing up looking real strong today. It's hard to say, but yeah, I mean, definitely some really rough games for them. I'm not sure what you do. I imagine you are a bit frustrated and tilted now, like not sure exactly how to approach this. You tried your PA twice now, you're offlane Invoker. It didn't work out. I mean,
And then
they're just losing every lane. And this game especially, like it just goes so fast against Troll and all these heals, right? You just take every tower so fast. It's a bit like the draw we saw from Lebanon too. And
I
I
felt
wouldn't
like
put
they
it
don't really
past.
have any answers
Yeah, I wouldn't put
to
it past for
Lebanon.
Lebanon to go for Drow last game now and just
Mm-hmm.
make it a fast 3-0. Like I could easily see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
Now that Lebanon, like our Syrian Dream, is so focused on other things, they might forget about the Drow, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
I mean, even Drow was even open in that game number two. To if they wanted to pick the Drow, they could have also picked the Drow. Like they don't. I believe in both games they have never banned the Drow. Mm, Syrian Dream never banned
yeah.
Drow, so it's always going to be open. And like I said, they can end the game number three with a Drow Ranger. At the same time, Syrian Dream they played what they're best at, which is like the offlane Invoker and their Phantom Assassin. But their best, it just didn't show up. It felt like
Hmm.
no matter what they did, it was still not enough, and the impact that we were hoping for them, it never really came. It never really
I mean,
did.
yeah, it didn't really feel like they even got to play Dota, right? Like they lost the lane so hard
Mm-hmm.
that it's almost impossible to play. Like you have no items, no levels. You're just on the back foot the entire game, and the enemy is so much stronger than you. Um, Hopefully, they can pull something out in game three, and we can get a more competitive game. But
Mm-hmm.
the way Lebanon is looking right now, I think they're all over the moon, probably like feeling real confident, and it's gonna be hard to break them at this rate.
That is true. With that said, guys, we're gonna take a short break here. We'll see if Syrian Dream has what it takes to continue their dreams in this grand finals. If not, then it just goes to show their nightmares have finally popped up, which is a team Lebanon. After this break, we'll get to see if how well will Syrian Dream do up against the juggernaut that is Team Lebanon in game number three. We'll see you guys there.
no way to slow it down. We're all dreamers, dreaming of the good life. But there's nothing that nice on the cards for us. It's alright though, cause we can have a good time. And we don't worry if it's dangerous. So take this ride and hold on tight. We're gonna live forever now. And side by side, we don't need light. We're gonna live forever now. You feel that touch and all the love. It makes us live forever now. We don't look up, we rise above. We're gonna live forever We've come so far, but it wasn't without a fight. We share these scars, but they won't keep us out of sight. We're all dreamers, dreaming of the good life. But there's nothing that nice on the cards for us. It's alright though, cause we can have a good time. And we don't worry if it's dangerous. So take this ride and hold on tight. We're gonna live forever now. And side by side, we don't need light. We're gonna live forever now. You feel that touch and all the love. It makes us live forever now. We don't look up, we rise above. We're gonna live forever now. Don't wish on shooting stars, can't buy those fancy cars. Don't buy the boulevard, nobody cares tonight. We know that life is hard.
And we are back. This is game number 3, and Misery, I just have to ask you this, okay? If you're in this position right now and you're up against a very strong team, right? What do you need to do to overcome, or to overcome this type of difficulty or hurdle? Like, what do you need to do?
I think you need to, like, without getting too attached emotionally, I think you need to understand why you lost the games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you need to adjust something. In this case, I think it's probably a little bit with the laning phase. It feels like they're just losing their lanes, and then the game's just kind of over very fast. It was a bit the same in game
Mm-hmm.
one, that Dragon Knight destroyed the Morphling and then kind of just took over the game. So I think maybe have a bit more emphasis on your lanes, and then try to not think too much about the result. Like, you already came to the final, you're the underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody expects you to beat Lebanon probably. If it's going to be a 3-0,
Mm-hmm.
then people were like, yeah, of course, it's Lebanon, it's GH's team, right?
Yeah.
They're meant to win. So yeah, just try to chill out a bit and try to have some fun maybe at this point, and
Mm-hmm.
try to do better on your lanes.
Yeah, exactly. I guess having that proper mindset, right? Like, the thing is, when you're so focused into the game, that's when the emotions really get the best of you, like you said. And sometimes decision making is also a factor that plays in the game. Do you think it also has to do something with the drafting? Because I guess, like, you played their favorite heroes, but I feel like they feel very down that it barely scratched Lebanon at all. You know?
Yeah, I mean, for you to be able to play your favorite heroes, like, you have to be able to play the game, I guess, right? I said it before
Mm-hmm.
too. You can't really play the game if the enemy troll is like 4 levels above you, and you're playing this Invoker offlane. You're completely alone. Like, it's hard
Mm-hmm.
for you to get anything out of your hero, no matter what hero you
Mm-hmm.
are. If it's you've played this hero a million times. It's just
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter, right? Like, the odds are just
Yeah.
so hard against you. Um,
Mm,
so what are they gonna choose
just
now? There's
like
Wisp, Phoenix, Svenlina banned. So what is it? Mag? But these guys don't seem to like
like
Mag too much,
like they used
right?
to play Magnus PA, like they play Magnus PA, but at the same time, I don't know.
I would like to
Like
see them
Syrian
pick
Gym,
Void
I feel
Spirit
like
here.
they're stuck in a corner right now, and they're just lost in a way of what type of play style they should be doing. Like compared to their previous games where they were able to at least, you know, show their strengths, but this time Lebanon is not giving a chance. So the first pick would be a Snapfire, something new at least, and we haven't seen this
Yeah.
pick. I guess yesterday only once, and it did prove wonders too. It was the mid lane Snapfire from Team Lebanon, where you just get your Agam Scepter, and the gobble up is a ridiculous skill to have. Okay,
Okay.
this is
Now
interesting. Team
they're
Lebanon,
gonna just mag PA, I
yeah.
think. Right?
The
Like,
first up pick
I
up
mean,
the
they
PA.
might not they might not pick the mag, depending if like
Mm-hmm.
if Syrian Dream picks something kind of weak here or something that they feel like doesn't is not good against mag, they might just take mag. And now you're playing as mag PA.
Mm-hmm.
Game 3, you're down 2-0.
That is true.
Feels
And
bad,
that's
man.
not what you want to see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it feels
exactly.
fucking bad, man.
Imagine
So I
picking
don't
the
know.
hero
What
that
do you
you've
do?
been using two in a row. Like, do you
Maybe
take
you
your
just
PA
smash
and
the
show
mag.
you how to
Are
use
you,
it?
are you scared of mag, so you take it? You could.
Because if you give the mag, it's just scary, right? They are gonna go for a
Yeah,
Viper pick.
I like
Viper's
this.
open. It's a strong counter against the PA. Like you're passive. Not only that, as an offlane Viper, he does quite a lot. The only problem is Viper is a soft. They are gonna go for the Oracle pick yet again. They are loving this Oracle, and there's a reason why his Oracle is very strong.
Yeah.
Laning phase, you know, does a lot
No,
of burst damage and the
I think
saves.
it's a good pick for them. I think it fits Ixen more, I think, than him playing this Ange
Mm-hmm,
or some of the other heroes. I think his Undying has been really good, and I think his Oracle has been really good
mm-hmm,
in the games I've seen. So it's nice, and it's also a good response to the Viper, right? Like he doesn't just remove everything. He removes the poison
mm-hmm. That.
attack, as far as I know, right? With his Q, he also just can put the
Mm-hmm,
Fate's Edict on you, and you don't take any damage from
mm-hmm.
anything. Viper does too,
Yeah.
so it makes a lot of sense. That being said, though, I like Syrian Dream's response here because it's Viper is a really strong laner, and that means that you can
Mm-hmm.
actually potentially get through the laning phase here and have a game to play.
That is true. They're playing it way differently compared to the drafts that they had in game number one and game number two. But for I guess at the same time, Team Lebanon, they realize like they have no answer to their Oracle picks all the time. Each time they pick an Oracle, I felt like Syrian Dream really had no answer up against it.
Yeah, I mean, not really. I mean, it didn't feel like they had any response, any answer for anything Lebanon did so far,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it is like you see the Viper, you pick the Oracle. So the Oracle is meant to counter the Viper.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what they end up picking up next. I think when you have a Viper already, mid snap maybe is not the most ideal.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need some melee heroes to go in. You need some, ideally you want to gobble up somebody, and it's usually the
Yeah.
offlaner.
Mm-hmm.
But let's
No,
see.
you
I don't
don't really want
know.
to put Viper in that situation. Yeah.
I would imagine they're gonna pick like a melee 4. Maybe they go for the Tusk again. Maybe go for, I don't know what their 4-player plays, but Earth Spirit, Tiny, Tusk,
Tiny got
something like
banned.
that.
Omni would be picked for the side
Wow,
of the entire team. So wait, does this mean
that's
it's gonna be a 4 Omni or like a 5?
maybe, maybe a
It's
3 on me.
yeah, a
Is
3 is
that
also
not?
possible. Like I
Yeah.
mean,
I just find
it used to
it.
be played as an offline too.
Isn't it pretty unlikely that GH is gonna play Omni Knight or Oracle?
Like I haven't seen him play any of these two.
Yeah, same.
Prob-
It doesn't really strike me as a GH hero. He might
Mhm.
sometimes play it for Enigma, right? But
Yeah.
that's a different thing because they have yeah, it's like a team for so many years. But I imagine it's gonna be a 3 Omni.
It could be a 3 Omni. I mean, there's still time for them to decide on what they want to do. While Syrian Dream, they do take the Void Spirit, like you were saying. Like you were hoping for your a Void Spirit pick from Syrian Dream, and it is gonna show up.
I think it's good. It's really strong in laning phase too.
Mhm.
I like where Syrian Dream is at this game more. The problem for them now is that they're facing all this heal and all these saves and the damage that they have is kind of all magical, and
Mm-hmm.
potentially is kind of weak against this heals. So
Mm-hmm.
even though they have picked up better heroes for laning phase, they
Yeah.
are not. They're not really addressing what Lebanon is doing.
Exactly. I mean,
Bristleback
Bristleback pick
into Viper
too.
though.
I mean, into a Viper pick. Yeah, I was saying like that's
That is,
surprising,
and
but
into
I've seen
Void
him
Spirit
pick
too.
Bristleback quite a lot.
Void Spirit is
Rajix plays
also
one half
really
of
good against.
Bristleback.
Yeah, Void Spirit is also really good against Bristleback in theory,
Mm-hmm.
because the Ether Remnant turns you around.
Oh, so they're gonna go for the looks like a carrier morphling at this point, right? Carrier morphling mid Void Spirit, Snapfire probably a 5 or a 4, probably better as a 4 because you can get your items faster. But I've seen people play as a 5 too, so they still have time to pick or to decide what you want to do. But judging the way they're picking this, right? So Bristleback PA, people who has passive abilities, makes it easy for Viper to handle against with another toxin. But I guess they're just really
Yeah,
confident with the picks that they have, right? Because if you pick like a
I mean,
Bristleback, he's always gonna be the guy in front, and then you have Heavenly Grace up on him, and you also have like an Oracle backing him up to buff him as much as possible.
yeah, I mean they might be a little bit overconfident now, seeing they're up
Mm-hmm.
2-0, and they're like, ah, we don't care about your Viper, we're just gonna pick up Bristleback, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But to be fair though, Bristleback is gonna be pretty fast in this game. He's gonna have Heavenly
Mm-hmm.
Grace on him for the most part. He's just gonna run straight through this Nether Toxin of Viper and not care, right? And if you try to disable him
Yeah.
in the then he's just gonna run out because he has so much status resist from the Heavenly Grace. So it might end up mattering. I just think in general, like if you see a Bristleback, there are some heroes that are really good against it. One is Timbersaw, one is
Mm-hmm.
Viper, and they literally picked it into it. And right now, Lebanon has no catch whatsoever. They can just kind of run at people. They can't really effectively stun them and catch
Yeah.
people.
All they have is like slows and I guess the Oracle, but other than that, you don't really have anything. Like you said, there's no control, there's no way or form of catching. Maybe like if they have like a puck, I feel like puck seems pretty nice just to get the coil here and there, but I feel like they're still kind of missing something, even if they pick a puck.
I could see them picking Storm, Puck, Ember Spirit,
Storm got banned immediately.
um, Storm banned there. Ember Spirit, Tiny is already banned.
Mm-hmm. They banned the Pugna.
Maybe they go for Dragonite again.
I mean, what's stopping them? I guess Dragonite is also nice, but then it's still a Viper, right? Yeah, another toxin, all that. It does ruin your passive.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have 3 cores that get kind of ruined by Viper, but it might not matter.
The final
Shaman.
pick. Um. Okay. Shaman 5. I don't know about the Shaman pick. I'm not
Oh,
actually
I
sold
think
on the
it.
Shaman pick.
I think it's Snap 5, and then it's Shaman 4.
But when the thing with Shaman pick, right? Oh, it's gonna be ETGH, isn't it? Or ET.
So it's like
Okay, I'm a bit lost. GH and Ix and
oh, it's mid
Oracle
Oracle.
mid.
Yeah,
Um.
that's what it
I,
looks like.
okay, I'm a bit lost here. I guess like I've seen Oracle Aghanim Scepter, right? It's which is the Aghanims? It's the purifying
Yeah. Well, what you do is on
on the.
Oracle mid is you go Bloodstone,
Mm-hmm.
and you have infinite mana, and you just keep spamming your spells, and nobody
Yeah, you
dies.
keep spamming your spells. Yeah.
OG
So I
played it
guess
a few months ago. Uh, but yeah, it's not something you see every day for sure.
yeah, it is interesting. I feel like the Shaman pick, I don't think it will really work out. I mean, you have Heavenly Grace, and your spells will be greatly reduced because of the Heavenly Grace, and overall, the impact of Shaman wouldn't be that much. This uh, draft so far, who do you think is ahead?
Oh, I don't know, man. I think Lebanon's draft is kind of weird. and they
Mm.
don't really have any stuns. But at the same time, they have a lot of like annoying stuff you have to play against. Like you
Mhm.
have a lot of heals, right? You have a lot of like this Bristol back running in, like
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't really need stuns when you have this much heal and like tank ability. You can kind of just run in with your heroes, and if you don't die doing the first round of Syrian Dream spells, then you're fine. You're just gonna right click people down. And based on the last two games we saw, I'm just gonna go with the Lebanon. I think they're just gonna take it, even though
Mm.
they might be trolling a bit here.
Well, yeah, let's just see if this is gonna bite them in the ass. But with that said, let's see if Syrian Dream can live to see another game. It is might be potentially the final game of this best of 5 series, and it is well, so far it's looking rough, but at the end of the day, the pick so far for Lebanon might bite them back. But with that said, we'll see you guys in the game with Elyas and Missouri.
What up?
So
We start off with a pause.
yes, we did, and welcome back everyone to game number 3 between Syrian Dreams and Team Lebanon. And if you're Syrian Dreams, it's do or die time, where
Yeah.
a little bit under 7k is on the line. And if you're Team Lebanon, it does seem like you want to have a quick day in the office, have quick 3 games, all W's, and leave with that prize pool.
I mean, for sure, that would be ideal. But at the same time, though, they did draft something a bit out of the box here that is kind of indicating that they might be
Underestimating?
or very confident at least.
Mm.
I think they didn't draft like this the first 2 games. So I think this game is maybe this is the chance for Syrian Dream to get a win and come back in the series.
And hopefully, with that momentum, they steal this
Yeah,
from
take
Team
it.
Lebanon. Yeah, and punish Team Lebanon for
reverse sweep. Let's see it.
and punish Team Lebanon for trying to style on Syrian Dream. But it all depends on how this game is going to go.
Yeah, so I think even though they have a mid Oracle and no stuns, I still think it's not gonna be necessarily easy for Syrian Dream to deal with
Right.
this, just because there's so much damage and pressure coming out of the dire lineup. And also Oracle mid is not really a joke. Like he deals a lot of damage in these early skirmishes, and at some point you might find yourself in these mid game, and Oracle he has a Bloodstone, he's really tanky, he has an Omnight behind him, like, and you're just not killing any hero because Oracle keeps saving people left, right, and center, and it's not the really poor low level Oracle. This is a mid fat high level Oracle. I've seen OG play it in some tournament a few months ago, and it can definitely be very strong. So we'll see. Also, GH playing Omni-Knight. It's not really a signature
Right.
for him.
And how about this? Boots clarity on the Viper.
Yeah, I was looking at that. It looks so weak. I don't know what that's about. They have boots on both supports. They are playing into 2 melee heroes, right?
Yep.
One of them being Omni with boots as well. So they're gonna end up being probably fine in this lane, but I'm surprised they're not gonna try to get a vessel.
My gosh, Syrian Dream. Drawing on the map.
So even though they can remove Vessel with Purifying Fortune's End, as well as like Omni-Knight Repel, I still think it's a pretty nice value item this game. Just so you can actually kill people, and that's at least going for the urn is very standard on Morph Node, on Viper.
Yep.
Yeah, but looks like he does not want it.
Like, look at his quick buy. Like, he's got bottle, salve, and a mango
Yeah.
queued up. Unless it's a weird bug that I'm seeing.
I think it's a bit questionable.
Have you seen this Oracle versus Void Spirit lineup matchup mid?
No, I mean nobody really plays
true.
Oracle mid, right? I've only seen it as a concept played in a few games. And I mean against Void Spirit, I imagine it's going to be a bit annoying for him because he can remove the Resonant Pulse buff after he uses it. And Oracle mid has a lot of spam, right? And has a lot of kill potential, both at level 3 and at level 5. So he attacks. He has a very fast attack speed too. You can feel it when you're playing. If you ever play Oracle 5, you know you kind of feel like, okay, I'm actually pretty strong. I have low base damage, but I attack fast. So once he has really high int gain as well, as far as I know. Yeah, 4 per level. So when he starts getting like level 3 and gets a few nulls, his base damage suddenly pops off to like 70 or around there. So it's definitely not weak.
Syrian Dream, they do plant an Observer Ward that allows them to have vision in the lane top.
Look at
the
GH position.
Where is it? Ooh.
He's barely out of vision too.
What?
The battle begins.
No way. Okay. Okay.
They actually almost got all 4 bounties. PA went for the 1.
How did PA get that one? What was the Viper doing?
I don't know. I was just looking at GH.
Likewise. Bottom lane for Team Lebanon. That's 2 beefy boys. Elder Titan and a Bristleback.
Yeah.
Let's see. You think Morph is going to have a good time here? He does have an early magic stick, which is really good.
This should be more or less a free lane for Morph.
Damn,
I mean,
PA's
early on
taking-
might be a bit annoying. Yeah.
PA's taking so much damage already. While GH and ZT having their own mini battle.
Wait, what? He bought a smoke and a fairy fire on Omni-Knight. What is he planning on sniping courier mid or what is this? This is weird.
PA uses Stifling Dagger to cancel Viper's Alacrity or Clarity potion. But yeah, I mean, PA's taking a lot of harass early on. It's expected. You're against a Viper. But let's see how this melee duo is going to fare for Team Lebanon against Syrian Dream.
Yeah. So obviously Elder Titan is a very strong laner early on because he gets pretty much double damage when he gets the spirit returned after 2 heroes.
Oh, Morpho needs to be careful here.
Oh, that was very close.
He does have a healing salve, so he's going to salve up. Well,
Bristol doesn't, though.
back. Yeah, he's sitting on 3 mangoes. His courier is walking 2 salves in the courier and a ring of regen. It's going to be some time till he gets those, though. While mid lane, well, so far it's close. Void Spirit sitting on 11 CS compared to Oracle's 10. But as you said, Oracle's just spamming his spells, harassing.
Look at the Void Spirit's net worth. Right? Like he's gonna be lower in net worth. He's rushing the bottle, but he's not really close to it yet. I guess Oracle's also kind of low on resources.
It's all plain. It's disgusting to see this Viper. I hate that matchup if you're the PA. I mean, imagine PA resets.
Has just Battle Fury queued up. No small items at all.
GH did manage to get a pull. Need to be careful here. Viper.
Here.
Does he have the purification? No. Oh, Judas to Heavenly Grace. Was that a misplay?
You mean instead of using the heal?
Yeah. Instead of
No,
purification.
I think if he doesn't use the Heavenly Grace, Vipers. Yeah, look at Noob killing the Void Spirit mid.
Yeah. Did Voidspray get a bottle? He did. Okay, so not that
that's
could be
something
worse.
Yeah. But if the Omni Knight uses the heal there, then the Viper, the poison attack will
Poison
persist
ticks.
on him, right? And he's just gonna keep being slowed. Oh,
And would that
Viper's in
kill?
trouble. Viper's dead actually.
Oh.
Rajik's also dying in the bot lane.
Yeah, they might find ZT even with the PA. This might be a double kill for him.
Looks
And
like
ZT is going to trade right clicks with the Omni Knight. Oh, the Void Spirit. Okay. Just
misses
says
his
hello.
spell though. Yeah.
Yeah. What happened bottom? Did Bristle?
I don't know. He just kind of dove, I think, and he was probably out of resources anyways. I mean, Morphling is definitely one of the better heroes you can get against Bristle.
Yeah, they might find another kill, and they do.
Yep. Because he doesn't care about this quill spam. Like, he will just keep morphing, right?
Yeah, and
Top lane
Morphling's going to
PA.
secure the 5-minute runes, and as you said, PA is going to be right-clicking the Shaman. Might be in trouble. Does he have Blink? No, not another for 5 seconds. Purification on cooldown as well. The PA might fall here. And he does. Verify not enough. Omni Knight. Oh, GH. Okay. Hiding in the trees. Well, mid lane.
Dire are scanning.
Well, so the PA does end up falling.
He does.
They don't get the Omni Knight, which is good, I guess. But, well, Oracle is 6. Do you usually pick False Promise as soon as you hit 6? If you're playing mid Oracle?
I mean, I guess he could have taken another point in Fortune's End here. And if, you know...
Oh, look at bots. Bristle falls again.
This Bristleback has, like, no game right now.
And this is huge for the Morphling. If you're Dragon Soul, you're liking this. He's sitting on top of net worth now.
Yeah, for sure. I don't see why that would change as well. Like, he's just gonna keep farming. I mean, there's nothing that's gonna stop him. Maybe Oracle moving down here, and I almost think they should do some kind of rotation where Oracle goes bot and Bristle goes mid, because Bristle, he needs a way to recover.
And Oracle's being top. I don't know if Syrian Dreams see this. They don't. But they should know that Oracle's missing now. Or not really.
No, I mean, I think Oracle was thinking that they might dive the PA. They're gonna try to kill the Viper
fall
though.
victim here if he's trying to be too aggressive. The Oracle ulti gets popped and yeah, Viper. Does he have a field? Nope. Just gets nuked down.
Radiant's bottom tower.
So that's a good rotation for the Oracle. Secures a kill on the Viper and... Oh, Bristle's trying to creep skip. Oh, Snapfire? Gotta be careful. And we see Void Spirit rotating bot.
Yeah, it's gonna be another death for the Bristol eventually, I think, here.
They do scout him out as the Elder Titan. Oof. My gosh, what was that damage?
But that you don't feel so bad about, right? Like, it is a 4-man rotation.
Yep.
You ended up killing, I guess you didn't kill that wave, but you killed the previous one as well, so.
Is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And with Morbid Mask done for the Morphling, he can just sit in lane and right click away with no care in the world. And
Oracle
ooh,
might
nice,
be in
we're
trouble
getting
here.
popped. Oh, that's a very much needed kill. Syrian Dreams are playing this well this time around. They're rotating early, and they're finding the kills for it as well.
Yeah.
Do they want to chase this Bristle again? They do find the stack, and they will find the Elder Titan. This is a hasted up Void Spirit. And they do get the kill on the Titan. Well, Bristle is just gonna hover around, try to not let Syrian Dream get the stack. And in fact, with the break coming in, they're gonna get the kill on the Bristle. They're forcing a TP on the Oracle bottom. Well, I guess he was dead, so it doesn't really matter. But they're forcing the PA to come in here. They're forcing the Omni to rotate as well, and huge crit coming from the PA on the side of Viper. Omni now just starts falling though, and Oracle might be dead again, and he is! The Morphling gets a very much needed kill. And now it's the PA that might be in trouble. Stifling Dagger. Oh, it doesn't get it off. So they end up losing the Void Spirit and the Viper. But that's 2 kills on the Oracle in a very short span of time.
Yeah,
Dire's structures are
and the Bristleback just keeps dying. He has absolutely no game, and they're gonna just
Snapfire.
Snapfire ult onto the stack.
They do. And that's a lot of gold gone
Not sure about
for the
that one.
Bristle. Morphling, I just gonna TP out. Nothing to stop him. While Snapfire, the PA Stifling Dagger connects. Stomp, sleeps. Do we get a crit? PA is gonna be able to secure that kill.
That went well, I think.
I'm not sure if that was worth it, but if you look at the net worth, Syrian Dream are ahead 4k up.
Radiant's
I mean, meanwhile, the Rasta ended up taking top tower all by himself. And yeah, they killed a few heroes, but they used all of their resources as well doing that. So
PA is just a claymore away from his Battle Fury.
yeah, 400 gold.
Do you ever fall out? Like, if you're the Oracle now, do you have a timing you have to meet? Is there something you need to do? Or are you just gonna fall off?
I mean, you're definitely if it keeps going like this, and somehow the Dire lineup can't fight back, then I think you're gonna fall off and just lose the game, right? But you're pretty strong right now. Like you have to respect the spam of purifying flames.
Void Spirit. The Morphling's asleep, but they don't really have that much damage or burst. At least not now. And Bristle TP's meant to defend this, while PA is just sitting top. He did finish his Battle Fury. While Viper... Oh my god, Morphling!
is under attack.
The attribute shifted just enough. But, like, if
So
you're
this-
team Lebanon, you're not really farming other than the PA. But I
but
guess
neither
same thing for
are-
Syrian Dreams, yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty good for Team Lebanon, all things considered. They're getting that Battle Fury on PA now.
I don't know why they're trying to force this. They don't really have stuns. Well, they are going to get the tower though. Oracle's not going to be able to get the deny.
Has fallen.
It was so low anyways, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
All
PA
the
is suddenly
meantime-
top with, so
Yeah.
I think what Dire is looking for is for the PA to get that Desolator up now, and then just play around him all the time. Use all your buffs on him. Let him go in first. But yeah, we
We see
have
Syrian Dream. They're still trying to force something here. They don't have more terms. Montemercusa just yet. Bristle just gets nuked. And the Viper's gonna be ulting the Elder Titan. He is hexed up by the Shaman. Shaman's trying to find the Oracle, but it's not gonna be in range for the Shackles as we see Elder Titan just going to fall here. Or maybe not. Shackles are finally up on the Oracle, and Void Spirit's gonna start rotating on him. Down goes the Oracle. Huge ulti from the Shaman, blocking the Omni Knight. And they're gonna get a kill on the Omni as well, perhaps.
So many misses there.
Oh my god,
The
does he
tier
survive?
the tier 3 tower hurts, man. It's 12 minutes in.
Oh, look at where Shaman is. What? Snapfire! And the Morphling! Does he get a TP off? PA! Okay, so Stifling Daggers. The Shaman blinks on the Snapfire, but just gonna farm the creep snap. But Shaman did get a deny on his wards, at least one. Oh, 2! Yeah, so 2 denies on the wards. That was a good play.
Yeah, so they dive there and they get some kills, but at the end of the day, I mean, they end up
PA
keeping
was
out.
farming.
And yeah, they didn't get bot tower. They didn't even take the ancient stack that they were there for in the first place. So in terms of net worth, I don't think they got that much out of that. It is literally PA versus the world this game.
It seems like it's going to be a 4 protect 1 for Team Lebanon.
Yeah.
The Bristle has died so many times. It doesn't, like, he's 0-6. It's very hard for him to come back.
Structures are fortified.
Yeah, I mean,
don't
he
know
needs. I mean, the thing is, like, Bristleback doesn't need that many items to be somewhat effective, right? He just needs to get the, already him getting a cloak right now is pretty nice. Already him getting like 3 points in Bristleback is nice. He does have a lot of saves behind him, so I mean now he's just dead again, right?
Yes. And if you check Oracle's net worth, he's sitting below the Shaman.
Yeah.
He's really starting to fall off really hard. And Shaman TP's top, they find GH. Syrian Dreams are just finding kills all over the map here. It seems like Team Lebanon are just lost. They don't know what to do.
A little bit, but at the same time, like they do have the PA, and he's not the one dying. They're kind of killing the irrelevant heroes a little bit, right?
Yeah. So the PA did find a kill in the Snapfire. Meanwhile, Morphling is sitting top. Seems like he's going to be rushing E-Blade. And yeah, bot. Oracle is hexed up. And GH. Well, it's not going to die yet. The false promise is used, and both teams seems like they're just going to disengage. Meanwhile, PA just farming the ancient stack again. And his net worth is just skyrocketing now.
Thing is, all it takes for Radiant to lose this game is one time where they go on Bristleback and he gets saved and doesn't die, and then PA jumps in and kills a hero or so, or two, with like PA does. They're not that far ahead that they can just
Dire's structures are fortified.
do anything they want.
Now Syrian Dream are looking to get that bottom tower that's very low. They do have Shaman wards, the Mass Serpent wards, if they want to use it for this tower. Do they stay committed to this? It seems like they're backing off.
They're gonna block the Ancients up here. Viper is also rushing Aghanims.
Yeah.
So they won't have any real sustain. The Viper will pretty much be made of paper once he gets Desolator. So he might just die in like 2 seconds, right? And then what is Aghanims good for? So I even know like they're 5k up, I think there's a good potential for a comeback here for Lebanon.
And my gosh, they find the Oracle, but damn, with the Omni being there, that's so much heal. They don't kill him.
No.
They dedicate 2 ultis. And now what?
Well,
The
Yeah, I
Void
don't know.
Spirit, he does have other remnants. He does pop it on the Oracle. And I'd assume Oracle just falls here. But meanwhile, if you look at the PA, he's being so very efficient.
yeah, even the Bristleback gets a bit of breathing room here to actually catch up and finish this hood up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Although meanwhile that was happening, Syrian Dream, they lost the tower top.
Under attack.
PA needs to be a bit careful here.
Oh no, the Void Spirit is there. I think he can just kill the Shaman. You do have TPs coming in. He's gonna get it
Yeah,
off.
no cancel.
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
And the Bristle's just gonna walk away.
yeah.
So that's
Look
that's
at
very
PA
good for
now.
Lebanon.
He's 500 gold away from Desolator. At which point he's gonna pretty much kill anybody in a few hits. And they're just one team fight away from turning this game around and snatching up Roshan. Then we have a similar situation from like last game, I think. Let's see though. For now, Radiant's still strong. Morphling is also he actually has an E-Blade, so
Ooh,
he's
Void
definitely
Spirit.
very strong.
Yeah, Void Spirit almost has an axe as well.
Yeah.
And so does the Viper. Viper is 1k gold away from it. A little bit over than that.
Dire are scanning.
Dire actually scans bot tier
Yeah.
1. I mean, it should give away that something is up, but yeah, they're not going to be able to contest Roche here.
So that's looking really good for Syrian Dream. Do they have Glyph up? No, they don't. So they will lose bottom tower.
Radiant are scanning.
And they do Glyph the Bristle top. He's being chased by Void Spirit with haste, and they should find him here. Nah, that's 4v1. Bristle, you're not surviving this. So Morphling's going for Manta next. GH
Radiant's
farming, stacking Radiant jungle.
Yeah. So the timing of Desolator is gonna get pushed a bit now, just because of ages. They're probably not gonna.
Ooh, look at
Oh,
mid
big
Void Spirit.
fight.
He misses the Remnant. My gosh. That's a reveal, is it? Oh no, PA! He does find the blink on the Omni. Will Blur, does he get a TP off?
Oh my goodness, how does he get out of that one?
PA playing with fire there. But does survive. And look at Oracle. Oh, what is that
Look at Omni.
shotgun? GH.
Look at ET as well. Like they might end up being able to snatch some bounty runs here with the position that they have on the map. And you see, even though the laning phase was a huge disaster for Lebanon, the gold is still kind of even. In fact, it's you know, almost going in favor of Lebanon.
Oh, they're gonna find ET. What?
And he has Cookie, right? He should not be able to get out.
No.
What?
No. What?
Oh my god. They keep getting out, like, with a sliver of HP or barely.
The hell was that?
DD on PA.
Jeez.
Oh, Morphling has
Oh
no
my god,
mana.
Morphling is so low.
Losing ages here.
They are. The Void Spirit TPs in, and so does the Snapfire. Ulti by the Snapfire is used, and that should be enough to force Team Lebanon to back off. Oracle will fall victim to this.
Will he? Oh my god,
They
dude.
don't! What?
I mean, it's definitely not the day of Syrian.
Oh, look at
Dream
mid,
right
bro.
now.
Shaman
Yeah.
and Viper, they will use ulti, and I imagine with that.
He's not
what
getting
a
out of this
ton
one.
Damage, jeez.
Not this time.
My gosh, ET, Oracle, just casually TPing out.
Yeah.
Oy, oy, oy. But that's a little bit of good news for Syrian Dreams. They do find the kill on PA.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They do. And now they're kind of hemorrhaging more kills here. Omni going down as well. This is probably going to be a tier 2 tower. They're kind of sticking around. This Bristol bag is kind of annoying to take down right now with this armor and the hood and essence ring as well. Like, they need Viper to use his nether toxin to actually kill him.
Especially when you have an Oracle sitting behind them. As we see, they are initiating on the Bristle, but very smart from the Morph. Tries
Wait,
to snipe the
PA is
Oracle.
almost up there.
Oh, they get the sleep up, but the Morph is attribute shifted. PA does blink in. That's a huge blink. Oh. The Morph morphs PA and blinks to the Ultra Titan. Might very well survive this. He is being chased by the Bristle. Meanwhile, Elder Titan just falls. PA falls as well. It's not looking good for Team Lebanon. The Morph finally falls, but at what cost? You got Oracle dead, you got Elder Titan, and the PA dead. And it might very well be the Omni Knights. No, they're not going to chase this.
Pretty big misplay there, I think, from Lebanon. Like, they used Oracle ult on himself, even though he clearly wasn't gonna die, and also they couldn't save the PA there towards the end, even though they had two of the savers right next to him. But yeah, they killed the Morph. PA dies too. They can probably take this tier 2.
It's going to be Eels next for the Void Spirit.
Yeah.
But this Shaman with the Blink Aether Lens, like, he's got Hex, Shackles.
He
Those
has
are very good
amazing,
items to have.
amazing game.
And we see this Oracle slowly transitioning into this weird position 3-4 role, where he's not able to do much offensively.
Yeah. I mean, now he's kind of just a support, right? It's like you have the opportunity, like if you have a really good game, to go like Bloodstone and get really fat. But in a game like this, you just transition into you're just a normal Oracle with slightly more farm than a normal one. And they kind of need to save the PA. Like PA is like when PA dies, they have no more damage, right? They can't actually do much. Bristleback does a little bit, but yeah, it's not the same at all.
For sure. And if you're Syrian Dream, you are liking the position where you're at in this game. Don't call it comeback season for Syrian Dreams. Let's see what's going on with the morph here. If PA gets BKB, that's a problem, obviously. That's a problem for the Shaman.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm still kind of, even though Lebanon are behind, I'm still feeling that they might take this just because PA is inevitably gonna get the BKB. I feel like this fight that they just had, if things were, if PA wasn't so overly aggressive there, just played around with his blink strike and his daggers a little bit more and just took it easy, like they might have been able to kill everybody. The problem was that he went in too deep and wasn't able to be saved in time, right, by the Omni or the Oracle. But they were in such a bad position, Syrian Dream there, diving on the Morphling, and everybody's just on the retreat. So
Viper's going for Eve Blade after Boots of Travel.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, if you're the Shaman, he's got Glimmer Cape queued up, but do you just go for a Ghost Scepter at this point? Because you already have a Glimmer Cape in your team.
On who you said?
On Shaman. Like, he's queued up Glimmer Cape, but he already has Glimmer Cape on the Snapfire. So would you rather see Ghost Scepter on the Shaman?
Yeah, I think Ghost Scepter's good. I think something like Yule Scepter can also be really good this game, just because of Omni Knight, right? Being able to, like, it works well against the Heavenly Grace, basically. Makes you faster, makes you able to also save yourself, just similarly to Ghost Scepter. But yeah. Wonder what happened to our boy Dragon Soul.
No clue. Let's see how long it takes. So each team does have 15-minute pause time. Not really that good with numbers, so not sure how much of that 15-minute timer has been used by Syrian Dream. But I would assume it's ticking down.
Oh yeah. I see.
What's the play here for Syrian? Well, bottom tower, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they do after bottom tower?
I mean, I don't even know if they can kill bottom tower since Morph is dead and Void Spirit is so low. I'm pretty sure if Bristleback just TV's bottom, there's nothing they can really do, because Omni Knight's going to be behind him. So I don't think there's going to be a bot tower taken. They might try. After that, I guess, I mean, there's still a tier 2 tower mid and tier 2 tower top. You can look to switch if you end up taking the tower, you can switch the map and go top, right? Start taking the enemy jungle.
Mhm.
You're obviously also gonna wanna look at Roche soonish when it starts spawning.
Yeah, it does seem like Syrian Dream are at a very critical time where
But
it's
at the
just
same
before.
time, like I think you kind of want to be aggressive, like continuously. You don't want to just like let off the pressure and let PA farm BKB and just
Mhm.
because like we talked about, I think it's still a very thin lead that they're
Yeah.
having. It still doesn't take much for them to throw this one. All right, looks like we're back. Going.
Let's go. Let's see what Syrian Dream wants to do here. Well, they see the Bristle TP.
Yeah.
Viper is still hovering around. So is the Shaman. No.
They
not
can't.
anymore.
This is one of the strengths of Bristleback is to be able to defend your towers
Mhm.
because you can always just turn your back and bait the enemy to go on you.
They do have smoke on the Omni. I don't
wonder
imagine
if-
they want to take a team fight here.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if they're gonna look to try to smoke up and do something themselves, or they're just gonna keep farming. I think it wouldn't be that bad of a time to smoke because
Hmm.
Radiant just reset. They might not be together, as we
Ooh,
can
PA
see.
TP's top, but Shaman and the Viper are there. Shaman TPs, blinks in. He's forcing 2 TPs and the Omni Knight.
This is not gonna work.
Yeah, Shaman might just fall. And Syrian Dreams, they gotta run. And they gotta run fast.
And this Viper is a snail. He is very
Oh,
slow. Look how
no.
fast he dies.
He just melts.
He has the aggressive Aghanims, Grove Bow, but he has no defensive items. Also, I played some Viper offlane, and I think without boost of travel on this hero, you eventually just fall off so hard because you're so slow. Like he has 320 move speed, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So really nice comeback there from those 2 really important kills.
Mm.
He actually with that. Where's PA's courier? Does he have BKB?
No,
So
he's like 200 gold away from it.
Yeah.
And, Team Lebanon.
Radiant's top tower
What are they
is
doing
under
here?
attack.
They're trying to secure Roshan for when it's up. Well, Syrian Dreams, they are smoked up top. Oh, their Titan does
Yeah.
spot the smoke from foot spread, and he's the one who's gonna fall victim to this. So it's not the PA. If you're Team Lebanon, you don't feel bad about this.
No, you don't care at all. Like you have your BKB now. Elder Titan is up in 20.
And Bristle completed Lotus Orb.
Yeah. So they have so much save and defensive stuff, right? They have Lotus, they have Glimmer Cape, they have Heavenly Grace, they have Oracle spells,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
they have Elder Titan Force Staff and Echo Stomp.
Yeah, it's so annoying to play against this.
Look mid. PA is blurred up here.
Oh, Shaman.
They're gonna kill
Does he
Viper.
see the Viper? My gosh, he 2-shots the Viper.
Yeah.
And now... okay, Shaman's very, very smart. Blinks away.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He cut the Viper like paper.
Top as well. They don't really have much catch, but like I mentioned in the draft, like they can kind of just run at people. And
Ooh, Elder Titan? Okay.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Ooh, ET uses ult. He misses the Morph barely. Morph does have waveform and a TP if he wants to TP out, but it seems like Syrian Dream, they want to fight this.
oh,
Meanwhile,
Shaman.
yeah,
dead.
Shaman just gets deleted.
Yeah. PA Dota.
Ooh, that's a long blink. The voice for it does have heals, but it's just gonna astral step out of there.
Oh, Morphling's Courier is gonna die here.
Radiant's courier has been
Under Vision.
Oh, it has
his
Manta
Manta.
recipe.
Ah, that's pretty rough. Also, Oracle found a Philosopher's Stone, which is gonna make him actually scale.
Hmm.
Like this item is gonna add up.
Dire's top
Over
tower
time.
is under attack.
Morphling and Snapfire have been playing top for quite
Yeah.
a few minutes. They've just been
Radiant are scanning.
sitting in
Oh, mid
trees.
lane again.
doing waves.
Viper
Oh no.
again.
Maybe even the Void Spirits.
Maybe.
He does not have Astral Step and Eels. He can use it himself to buy some time. The Glimmer Cape and the Self Use are there. Does he get the Astral Step? 1 second. He is. Oh. Kisses are forced on the Snapfire. And now PA. Like, behind him is an Oracle and an Omni-Knight. It's literally 4 Protect 1. Snapfire just melts and Morphling is attributing Shift. Oh, he's gonna self-cast the E-Blade waveform out. My gosh, just gets credit.
Yeah.
This PA is looking huge right now.
Are fortified.
And he finishes BKB. So wait, what? No. What is he getting? Basher? Yeah. What's in the career? Yeah, he finishes Basher. And Shaman, not again.
Yeah,
What
it
do you
happened. It happened.
What do you do?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I
You
think
need
the item build on Viper. I don't know. It just feels like you don't actually have a good response for this PA and all these saves, right? Like I was talking about, like it just felt, looking at it, like it was almost inevitable that this PA was gonna pop off and start killing people with all these defensive spells on her. You just don't have really a response to this guy blinking in. Oh, and Over Destruction is like
no.
the
Really?
best item for you to get in this game.
Even more minus armor, and Roshan is back. Meanwhile, what's going on top? Okay, so the Bristle's gonna be messing around with the Void Spread. Oh, the Viper is there though. The break is available, but damn, he's so tanky. Elder Titan
Runs out of it.
sleeps
Yeah.
heroes, and they
Runs
just
back into it though.
rotate it back. The Morphling, he waveforms in. Oh my god, PA again deletes the Viper. He is hexed up.
PA is in trouble.
Fall down. Oh, BKB gets used. Self-heal on the Void Spread. Shaman just melts. Morphling waveforms out, being chased by 4 heroes. And another crit. And with that, Roshan was just free for the taking. Ay.
Yeah, another thing is like even the Morphling can't carry this game because there's an ET on the enemy side, right? If he ever goes melee range on with the aura,
Yep.
they,
There goes
they
your
just
armor.
call the game. They just
Damn.
call it. They're done. With that, I think we have a winner.
Yeah. Team Lebanon. With that W, they secured $6.8K. A very quick day in the office for them. They go out with style as well. A fun draft. We're gonna
sure.
we're gonna take a short break and take it to the panel right after this. Stay tuned.
Excited for Syrian G, but at the back of my head, I'm like, there's still the PA. Like, as much as Oracle has become like almost a non-factor, like he became a support. But at the end of the day, PA is where the money is at, right? Team Lebanon bagged in this PA, and once PA started getting those items, was online, they couldn't do anything up against the PA. No matter what he tried, it just didn't work out.
This was a bit like watching Enigma play, kind of where you have Miracle playing the PA, and everybody's just dying everywhere, but it still feels like Miracle's gonna carry. And this was what the same thing we
Yeah.
saw here. You know, you have CBS just farming, and Bristleback keep dying over and over and over. Elder Titan's dying, GH dying, but they're just kind of dying on the side, the Radiant side of the map, which means they're not gonna get much out of these kills, and inevitably PA is gonna get these big items and just kill everyone. And I think the
I
Viper
mean,
buying maybe Aghanims into bots is like a little weird. I don't know if it necessarily would have changed
yeah.
much, but I think it potentially could have, because some of the fights towards the end when they were pushing, you know, having these greaves and these kind of supporting items would definitely make a big difference.
Yeah, I guess it would probably have made a bit of a difference, but at the same time, they were diving like tier 3 towers. Kills are great, but at the end of the day, you still need to take objectives, and that's how you push your advantage more, right? PA is on a timer, and if you're able to at least push towards until like the tier 3 or something, right? It will be much more difficult for Lebanon to come back into this. But what I felt like what Syrian Dream was doing is that they were going into fights, and then, yes, they're getting the kills that they need, but they're not really taking objectives. Like there was this big, I believe there was a big stack, right, on the Ancient and the big camp near the Dire side. And instead of taking that objective, they dove towards until the tier 3.
Yeah,
And then after that, PA was just able to take that stack hands free.
yeah. No, I mean those type of mistakes are the mistakes you make where it's like when you make those, that's where it's a problem, right? Because if they instead had just gone for the stack and then the bot tower, they didn't even have to use the rest awards actually for that. I think they could have maybe even pressured tier 2 as well. And now suddenly, you're getting so much more value out of all your heroes being there at the same time, rather so than just pushing and diving and getting one kill, and then you all have to TB out because you dove too deep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. That was also detrimental for them.
It's just, it goes to show it's just the decision making wasn't really there from Syrian Dream. I guess when you're so like in the spur of the moment, right? Oh, we're actually in this game. Like everything is going okay. We're winning fights after fights. It gives them that sense of relief that we can win this game with just what we're doing. But at the end of the day, they didn't look at the long run. That PA is climbing that ladder, climbing the network charts, being the top one, getting those items, and once he was ready to go, it just demolished their dreams. And with that said, Syrian Dreams did take the second place. Not too shabby for them. They are the underdogs, even if they came up from the upper bracket, right? They were the underdogs in this series. Losing 3-0 to Lebanon, like you said, I mean, it is to be expected. But at the end of the day, they played their hearts out. They get at least second place. That is still a big achievement for them. $2,995. I guess, there's still something to look forward to in the future. They can realize their mistakes here and, polish their decision making some more, their plays some more, their individual plays and such. What do you think, Missouri? What tip or advice can you give to Syrian Dream from this loss?
I mean, I think you just gotta keep grinding, right? That's just Dota. You gotta play a lot. You gotta watch a lot of other pros play. Like watch the Epic League games going on right now. Watch the other tournaments from Europe and from as much Dota you can get your hands on, and just try to improve yourself. And yeah, I'm sure we're gonna see more to these guys in the future.
Yeah, hopefully we are gonna see more tournaments pop up in the MENA region. But with that said, congratulations to Team Lebanon as he did take the championship of this tournament. They are gonna take home $6,807. That's basically 25,000 dirhams in Dubai currency or UAE currency. That is a lot for them. Although GH, he's already won a TI. Let's be honest here. But for the rest of it just goes to show like bragging rights at this point, right? That they are the top dogs of the region, and
it's more the honor of being being champion, I think. But
I mean, it's like they are like the gatekeepers of this region. If you want to make it big in the international scene, you have to go through Team Lebanon. It's like the scale that if you want to get big in Dota, you have to go through Lebanon. And if they are able to get that, then they're probably going to be ready to play up against international teams. But with that said, congratulations to Team Lebanon. And before we end today's stream, Misery, it's been an exciting 12 days for me. I guess for you, it's been an exciting 6 days. And so far, do you have anything to say to the people watching and to the organizers, or anything you want to say? Feel free to do so.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for inviting me to cast your tournament. It's been fun to get a bit more into the MENA region, and my parents is over, so I'm gonna speak with them now. But yeah, thanks a lot for everybody watching, and it's been fun.
Yeah, and definitely thank you very much to everyone watching. Before I continue on saying my goodbyes, we have to share some love to our sponsors with their favorite messages. As we conquer the game with higher clock speed, higher clock speeds can help provide greater in-game frames per second, improving playing smoothness and experience. A game using an Intel Gen Core device, and that is it for us. It's been an exciting 12 days for me. I've seen a couple of great teams here: Afro Malazi, YOLO Knights, like teams who see, in the future and how well they will do and how well they'll get back up into their own 2 feet, to polish their skills, to polish their decision making and itemization and their draft. Same with Syrian Dream. And with that said, we will say thank you to Intel for sponsoring this tournament, Q Club, one of the sponsors here as well, and Reddington, I believe you'll see on your screen down there. Thank you very much. As well to the people who organized this event, 404 Esports. Thank you for inviting me, such great personalities such as Misery and Black and Elyas also. And as well the Arab casters here that share some love there too. And we are going to be ending our day. I really can't believe it's been 12 days of just pure on MENA region tournament Dota. It's been exciting. It's just full on bloodbaths here and there, action paced, action packed. And to be said, we always knew like Lebanon is a team to be in, team to watch out, and congratulations to them. And with that said, thank you very much for coming. Please do follow us in our social, Misery Dota, as you can see under there, and Josh Turbo for mine, or you can follow me in twitch.tv/CasterJT, and that will be it for us. Much love and Kappa. See you guys next time.
Not like the movie stars, but we know who we are in a broken
Filtered bodies slowly covering the light. Pull the trigger every night to stay alive. Hope is wishing, but you're